Hello everybody and welcome to the live stream. I'm just going to wait a bit for people to show up because I said I would start at 9 o'clock and it's a couple of minutes before 9 o'clock. So, do we have any questions or anything from the studio audience that I can answer to fill in the time? Because if not, I can tell a joke about, this is sort of a long joke. It's about Sherman the German, who's one of these characters in the Nancy Drew books. You know, he's the swimmer guy. And so Nancy meets him when she's at the swimming competition. Let me remember how this joke goes. So Sherman the German, he's at the River Heights swimming club, and they invite him to join the swimming team. And so he goes through the big swimming competition. He looks to the left, then he looks to the right, and all the other swimmers, they have their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits. And all Sherman has on is his loincloth. But that's okay because Sherman's a German and he's used to hardships. So the gun goes off, he dives in the water, swims, touches the other side, turns around, swims, and he wins. Which is great. It's great. But, you know, then River Heights, their swim challenge from Chicago, right? Chicago thinks they're better at swimming than these people out in River Heights. So River Heights goes up against Chicago in the swimming match, and naturally they ask Sherman to represent them. So he goes to the starting line, he looks to the left, to the right, and all the other swimmers, they have their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits, but all Sherman has on is his loincloth. But that's okay because Sherman's a German and he's used to hardships. So the gun goes off, he dives in the water, swims, touches the other side, turns around, swims, touches the other side, and he wins! Yay! But then, you know, Joliet and Peoria and all these other cities in Illinois, they decide to get in on the action. So they have a Illinois-wide swimming competition. So Sherman the German, he's representing River Heights in this competition. So he gets up to the starting line, he looks to the left, he looks to the right. All the other swimmers, they have their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits. And all Sherman has on is his loincloth. But that's okay because Sherman's a German and he's used to hardships. So the gun goes off, he dives in the water, swims to the other side, touches it, turns around, swims, and he wins. Right. So then, let me see what happens next. Everybody's so impressed with Sherman being the best swimmer in all of Illinois that they decide that he should try out for the Olympics. So here's how it works. We have the Olympics. Oh, we have video buffering. Are people's videos working? I wanna make sure that people's videos are actually working here. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this stuff. Okay, somebody can see it. Maybe it just depends on how fast your internet is. I was having internet problems here earlier today. Anyway, where was I? Sherman's Olympics. Hooray for Sherman. So, you know, he gets up to the starting line. He looks to the left. He looks to the right. And all the other swimmers, they've got their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits, but all Sherman has on is his loincloth. But that's okay because Sherman's a German and he's used to hardships. So the gun goes off, Sherman dives in the water, swims, touches the other side, turns around, swims, touches the other side, and he wins. So Sherman's allowed to compete for the Olympics. Hooray! So then the Olympics are in Rio, right? So the Olympics are in Rio. Sherman shows up in Rio to represent the United States, even though he's a German. And he's looked to the left, he looks to the right. All the other swimmers, they've got their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits. But all Sherman has on is his loincloth. But that's okay because Sherman's a German and he's used to hardships. So the gun goes off, he dives in the water, swims, touches the other side, turns around, swims, touches the other side, and he wins! Yay! Okay, so Sherman is the best swimmer in the world, but there are other worlds. There are other planets. So we discover life on other planets. Like there are aliens on Mars and Venus and, you know, planet Vulcan. And so they all join for the first ever Interplanetary Olympics. So the Interplanetary Olympics are going to take place on Vulcan, like I said. And here's how it works. Here's how it works on the planet Vulcan. Swimming in a swimming pool, what they do is they jump out of a helicopter and dive into the ocean and then swim to the shore. So that's how they do it. They have a 2-mile swim. So all the aliens and Sherman, they get together on this helicopter, and they're all standing at the gate ready to jump out of the helicopter. Sherman, he looks to the left, he looks to the right. All the other aliens, they've got their Speedo swim caps and their Speedo goggles and their Speedo swimsuits, and all Sherman has on is his loincloth, right? So the gun goes off, and everybody out of the helicopter and into the ocean, and here's the crazy thing. This giant boat shows up right underneath where Sherman's going to land, and he smashes right through it. But that's okay, because Sherman's a German, and he's used to hard ships. Huh? Yeah. So that's my hilarious joke. Hilarious joke. And I am going to do a smiley, smiley, smiley face. There are 3 different types of smiley faces. Okay, so do we have everybody here? Is everybody's audio and video working? My video isn't working, but that's okay. I don't want my video to be working, so I want my video to be streaming. Oh, and we had a question here. That wasn't a question. That's whatever. Okay, so let's get started with the actual. I'm hoping to keep the comments live on the internet now, so people can see the comments. Okay, so we are going to get started. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the 2014 Nancy Drew Games Mega Marathon. My name is Arglefumf. I'm playing Nancy Drew number 31, Labyrinth of Lies. I'm playing this game live on the internet in front of a studio audience. Hello, everybody in the studio audience. They're saying there's a minor issues with streaming, I believe. Somebody's video is slow, but the audio is perfect. Oh, video isn't working, and then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So this is Labyrinth of Lies. I like this game, and I'm going to play on Master Sleuth mode.
Made it to the museum.
Molina called you in.
Let me turn up the volume.
Right, and now she's missing.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It's too soon to tell.
What are you doing at the museum again?
The museum she works for is opening an exhibit of Greek antiquities, and apparently the museum has been losing staff right and left.
Yeesh. Well, make sure you stand in the middle then. You look into everything at the museum, and in the meantime, we'll contact the network. Call us if you need anything.
Thanks, I will.
Especially... What was that?
I gotta go. Hello?
Be quiet!
Leave her alone.
It's rehearsal. No need for that. But we'll take the compliments. Take 5, Thanos.
I'm so sorry to interrupt your rehearsal.
Don't be. Sorry I scared you like that. I thought we were alone.
You are very convincing. I'm Nancy, by the way.
I'm Zenia.
Nice to meet you. I'm here to help Molina with the museum.
Perfect. I'm pretty busy. Hopefully we'll get to know each other.
Okay, so somebody in the studio audience, Andrea, just posted that she cannot see the chat, and she wrote this in the chat. So already the studio audience is being crazy, and let's learn about play.
What's your play about?
Oh, you'll like it. It's got kidnapping, extortion, death, trickery, getting cast down into Hades with no hope of escape. The usual boy meets girl in Greece. I hope so. We're performing the story of Persephone to open the new exhibit.
Persephone? Refresh my memory.
She's the daughter of Demeter, goddess of the harvest. But even Demeter can't keep her daughter safe. Hades kidnaps Persephone, you saw that part, and takes her to be his queen.
I'm glad I'm in modern-day Greece. The dating scene back then seemed pretty rough.
That it was. Honestly, the material's a little difficult to work with. I feel like I know her, The more we rehearse, the more I want the story to have a happier ending.
All right, so, you know, they talk about Demeter, but this is basically the only Greek myth where Demeter shows up. She's really not a very important goddess. She just, like, takes care of wheat and grain, and then that's basically it.
You play Persephone, I presume.
I do. I'm also directing the show.
That's great. I hope I get a chance to see it.
I just hope it's worth seeing. We're doing our best, but can you keep a secret? I'm out of my depth here. None of the rest of them can know, but I am deep, deep in the woods.
I know that feeling, but I think you can accomplish a lot by just acting like someone who knows what's happening.
I have to. I put myself out there. I said, I can do this. So now I have to show up and be the boss, and I have to yell. And even though my voice sounds like shaking paper in my head and my insides feel like snapping twigs, none of them
Pause.
can know that. I just needed to say it.
I bet you'll do just fine.
Really? What makes you think so?
I don't know. It just seemed like a supportive thing to say.
You're nice. Hey, you seem pretty together, but can I give you some advice?
Sure.
Be careful around the boys, especially Thanos.
Why?
He's a bit intense.
All right, so people have decided that the culprit is either Zenia's dress or me.
Talk to you.
So Zenia, I don't think I mentioned this, but that's actually a name. I think it means stranger. It means stranger or foreigner. That's where we get the word xenophobe from. And famous people of Greece like Socrates and Plato. Oh no, just Socrates. Plato's not important. Archimedes, Hippocrates, Homer, Sappho, Euripides. What about Aeschylus? Okay, so his famous plays are Medea, The Trojan Women, and Electra. Oh, those are all his girl plays. Well, what about his other play? I like the Hippolytus. So actually, let's do a little bit of nerdy fun facts for Greece. Actually, no. Let's talk to Naobi first. Tappy tap, tappy tap, tappy tap, tap, run, tappy tap, tap.
What's going on?
I was freehand tracing.
Okay.
I wanted to understand the detail work, so I put thin paper on the glass, leaned in close, and...
Put too much weight on the glass?
Please don't tell anyone I broke the case.
Sounds like it was an honest mistake. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know you. Do you know me?
Not yet. I'm Nancy.
Naobi. I'm the reason we can't have nice things, on a cultural level.
You're in the play, right?
I'm Demeter.
Yes, Demeter determines how much you have to pay for deparking in the parking lot.
Do you know much about Greek mythology?
Here. Take this, you'll love the myths. They're full of the most amazing insanity. I'm glad we don't live in that world, for the most part.
You seem focused. Am I interrupting?
Yes! Thank you, though. I need a break.
Aren't you excited for opening night?
No. No, and no. Nope.
Are you nervous?
Nervous when I sleep. Terrified when I'm awake. I'm so relieved we've only got the one show.
Just one? That's nothing.
You should leave.
What? Why?
Might end up spoiling the ending if you hear too much.
I think I know how it ends.
No. Our ending is different. More frightening. Less predictable.
Are you...
Late? Yes. I have to go.
So people are already making comments about Niobe's weight. Yes, Niobe is a little bit heavy-set. What do we have here? Wait, I was going to tell you about nerdy ancient Greek things, which is here. So basically there are three Greek playwrights. There's Sophocles, Euripides, and Aeschylus, and we have 7 plays from each of them because that's the plays that kids had to study in high school. Basically, when people were studying plays in high school, they only kept 7 of them. So here's the fun part. So we only had 7 plays from these 3 guys, right? But one day, the historians, the archaeologists, they found a chunk of Euripides. There was a library that had every single play that he wrote, but we only had the H and I section. Those were the only section. That was the only section that survived. So we actually have 14 plays from Euripides. We have the 7 that people were first forced to read in high school, and the H and the I section. So that's why if you look at the list of plays we have by him, is Hippocrates, Politus, Hercules' sons. There's a reason they all begin with H and I. Ion, which nobody understands, spoiler alert. And when I say they studied the plays in high school, I meant that the Roman children had to study them in high school when they were learning Greek. So yes, even Romans had school.
Looks like the temple is already designed. I just have to build it.
Alrighty, so should I solve this puzzle? Sure, let's solve this puzzle. Lofty site. I don't remember this. This is too complicated.
This could be helpful.
Okay. I'm gonna solve this puzzle. You know what? I'm not gonna solve this puzzle. This puzzle is too complicated. I'm going to sleep. Let's meet Molina instead.
Nancy, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to meet you in person.
Oh, that's okay. Is something wrong?
Yes, something is very wrong. Some of our exhibit pieces have gone missing.
Are they lost or?
Stolen. I don't know. And frankly, it doesn't matter. The pieces in question, they're worth millions. If I can't recover them, our doors are as good as closed.
I'm here for you. Anything you need.
Oh, thank you. A lifetime of thank yous. I still need you to do the job we brought you on for, and you'll find everything you need for that in the office. But more importantly, I need you to be my eyes and ears.
Does that mean you think we're dealing with theft?
I really hope not, but we can't rule that out.
But you're worried.
I am.
Okay, why is that?
The pieces we lost never arrived. They were on the shipping invoice, but they were not in the crate.
Is that common?
It could be a simple mistake, or it could be someone changed the invoice to buy enough time to smuggle the jewelry out. I'm tracking down both possibilities. That's why I need you here.
You got it.
I'm following the paper trail now, and with luck, I'll find the error and be back tomorrow.
You worry about that. I'll take care of the museum.
You'll find everything you need in the office.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Later.
Goodbye.
All right, so now that we have that phone conversation, Naobi has returned.
I have a favor. Can you help me get a closer look at some of the locked up pieces?
Okay, I'll ask.
Thanks.
I have a favor. Could you, change your eyeshadow? It's really distracting.
I'll let you go.
Until later.
Some people are saying that the voice of Molina sounds familiar, but I can't recognize it. Oh, hi, Katie. How's it going?
Hi, Michael. You staying out of trouble?
I never get in trouble.
Oh, yeah? Did you win it yet?
I have not beaten the game in 15 minutes. No.
Hey, Michael, I thought you were a video gamer.
It was 10 minutes, and I told them the Sherman the German joke, so that took up most of the time.
You did, and then 20 people left immediately after that.
Ow, 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 ow. You want to transition to the camera so people can see you, Katie?
Hi, guys.
This is my fiance, Katie. She puts up with me and my... Oh, did I comb my hair? See, I don't usually comb my hair. I'm not used to having a camera. Nobody can see you.
Oh, well, I can see you, and you sometimes comb your hair for me. I was switching out into a warmer sweater. All right, here, let's go back to playing.
Okay, fine. Do you have green eyeshadow, Katie?
Maybe. Why?
Because one of the characters in this game has green eyeshadow, Naobi.
Oh
Can I get
yeah.
a key
Did
to
she
the
wear
core
it?
display?
You'll need to open the filing
Well,
cabinet
I'll show
first.
you it
The
first.
key to the filing
Okay,
cabinet.
You got
skip. Wow, long combo. So I'll show you. That was basically the setup for a puzzle. I probably shouldn't have skipped it.
What is it?
Green eyeshadow.
Oh, I
I
see
don't
what
know
you
much
mean.
about
There's her green eyeshadow, but you know what? It looks like it's got some blue on the eyelids
I have some
there.
materials for you.
Huh.
Here.
Do you see that? That's pretty cool.
Well, she's supposed to look like Demeter, goddess of the harvest. That's who she's playing in the play. This is also part of the puzzle.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Is this like a history museum or something?
Yeah, this is an ancient Greek museum that somebody's been robbing.
Oh, yeah? What have they been taking?
I can show you.
Cool.
Well, we don't know what's robbing, but the woman with the green eyeshadow broke this by leaning on it.
Oops.
It's like, that's not very secure museum system. I mean, they have a lock, right? But if somebody can break the glass just by leaning on it accidentally, not so good.
Ooh, not so good at all.
Here, want me to introduce you to flirty guy, Gregor?
Do I have to be worried about you again?
Hi, I'm Nancy.
Quit flirting with
She
flirty guy,
must be-
Michael.
Hermes, god of charisma and handsomeness.
Ooh, what's up with
Lots of
those
worlds
wings
call
on
me
his
Gregor.
head?
Nice to meet
It's
you.
part of the costume,
Say,
Katie.
Oh,
What's your role?
that's special. I like how he's
I
kind of
guess
got some
I'm
gray
playing the
hairs
part
there to
of
make him look
museum
older, but
assistant.
his face has no
Then why don't we
wrinkles.
become friends?
It's like,
I'm
come
open
on,
to
video
that.
game creator people. You can give them wrinkles and make them look
Less
older.
open to that.
Boyfriend at home.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That doesn't affect the average.
Okay.
Well, okay. Well, it doesn't affect the average.
Do you know anything about the stolen art?
It's
Too
because
much.
Hermes usually has
Why is
wings
that?
on his sandals,
When it
but we
went
can't
missing,
see his
we
feet.
had a long
I see. So they
conflict.
put it on his head, so that way we know it's
That's news to me.
Hermes.
Yeah,
We didn't want it to become a
Look
bigger
at that
deal
purse
than it needed
behind
to be.
him.
that's
all
his
agreed
man
to answer their
purse.
questions. Molina
It's
turned
very
over the
manly.
tapes, and we turned over our keys and let them search our hotels and cars.
So if you're all here,
Well,
it's
actually,
safe
this
to
is going to be a
assume they
puzzle. We
didn't
need to
find
search through his
anything.
man purse.
I got the sense it was
Woohoo!
just a
Searching through his
formality.
man
Searching.
purse. Do we find any lipstick? Do we find any
Bye.
incriminating evidence?
Bye.
What's inside my man purse,
You
Katie?
don't have a man purse. You have a
Stay
man
away
book
from that.
bag.
It'll kill you.
Usually books.
What
Yeah,
exactly am I
exactly.
staying away from?
So it makes it
That's
legit.
the fly system. It controls the scenery and the curtains, and it'll kill you.
I'll be
What?
careful then.
No kill. What an ominous thing to say.
Okay, so here's his man purse.
Oh wow, now we're just gonna root through it.
So he's got the script for the play starring Zenia, Niobe, Papadaki,
Are there-
Thanos, Ganis.
Are there any notes in there? It says I went and did I'm the culprit.
No, he didn't leave any notes.
Dang
Zenia's
it.
is the one that finds a note, but there's a hidden thing behind the spread stitching. We haven't learned that yet.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a complicated thing to figure out. I would have never assumed that.
We'll see a note that says, I hid it in the red stitching, which,
Oh.
What's that?
and this is our final character, or
Just for a day.
besides for
The
A-Man.
professional troupe. Just for me.
She's running the actresses.
There's no one back here. We go live in mere hours. Hours. Do I need to remind you what is riding on tonight's show?
What's DBD stand for?
Everything.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Somebody will.
Danger by Design. Nancy drew number 14.
Oh.
Oh, man. Check out those Mad Nancy Drew skills.
Mad
Why
Nancy
not
Drew's
see his
go.
Handy.
Director's copy.
So she...
Culprit.
That's a
writing
note.
all over it.
This is for the... Okay, so where's this note? Okay. Right here is a puzzle which is optional, and I take the option.
I should assemble the image.
It's a huge jigsaw puzzle. There are actually 7 of them. I tried to get
Oh my
I tried to get
gosh.
Mary interested in this. Like, Mary, you like jigsaw puzzles? Her interest died after like 2 minutes.
Oh, I bet. That was
So here's
really
Thanos.
hard.
He's playing Hades.
Mm.
Here's Zenia. She's a New Yorker.
Mm.
This is Niobe.
Okay.
And there's Gregor.
Wow.
Karakanos.
And why are they in? Why are these people in this? What's it called? Kind of fly-by-night production.
It's to promote the museum.
I need to
Oh,
figure out
okay.
the password to according to the notes.
So her notes said, what was it? First, last, and repeat. So that's first letter, then we repeat. First letter, first letter, last letter.
Oh, complicated.
It's a puzzle.
I don't think I would have put those two together. Paleontology?
So this is how we know there's red stitching in his bag. Hooray!
Oh, that's where you find out?
Yep, but he's still here,
Can't do that now.
so we can't really steal his stuff because that would make him mad. So the other note, I don't know if I'm paying, are you paying attention to the video audience?
I don't know, I'm kind of...
Because I was kind of showing off for you. Sorry, Katie. 18355. Look, Katie, here's a handsome guy. Ooh, look, Katie, I'm solving a puzzle.
Oh my, Michael. You're really lucky your small daughter is taking a bath right now, because as soon as she's done, all the Michael attention's going to have to be go to what's called the live studio audience. They'll get your attention back, and I will leave you forever.
I like how the studio audience says Gregor's definitely been working out. The culprit is.
I'm just very goal-oriented with these games. Like, dang it, are you the culprit or not?
Who would dare to enter my kingdom?
Really?
He's playing
You're
Hades.
trying to
Well,
fight
yeah,
me,
but
aren't you?
why is he?
Call it what you will.
Well, why?
He was
The more
typecast
you know, the
as
less
the Lord
you
of the
fear.
Underworld.
And
I'd
you
say he
want me
seems
to
like
be
a
afraid?
creeper.
I want to tend to my
Imagine if
words.
that guy was in real life.
I'm not
How weird
easily
would that be?
intimidated, you know.
It's not the way he talks in real life. This is obviously an assumed accent.
Mm-hmm.
He
I wonder
breaks,
if it's Nancy Drew's other voice.
he breaks into
Same voice
his
actor.
British accent every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what this means.
Oh, this
It looks
doesn't...
like the partial section of something larger.
That's a puzzle. Ooh, cookies and cream. Why are we talking about ice cream? That's delicious.
Somebody said caramel. I like caramel.
Is Naobi eating lots of cookies and cream? Is that it?
Hmm.
There's a phone charm. I'll find all the phone charms. Might as well.
That was
Looks
creepy.
Like he needs something before he'll take me across the river.
So, don't you need to give him 2 gold coins like the parable thing?
Yep, it's the myth. That's
And
the
then
puzzle. See?
And the river sticks. Is it sticks?
Yep, it sticks.
Oh, nice. I got it.
I'm
remember some Greek stuff.
sailing away.
Yes, you are.
So basically,
Okay.
I wanted to show off for you because coming up are just puzzles that I can't really solve on my own, and so I'm just going to read the solutions.
My system. Since you
Oh,
broke it,
okay.
Reasonable. How do I do that?
Just check the tablet.
Check the tablet.
Goodbye.
His tablet.
Talk to you later.
Tablet. Okay.
Okay,
I need to counterbalance the weight to the production settings.
so this is boring.
So those are all the weights of the various things.
It's a math puzzle. So this one here on the left is a temple base. Stylobate is a type of temple base.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 96. This is 120. This is 144. I'm just reading off of the Nancy Drew guide here. They gave you a free copy of the guide for the game, a walkthrough for the game, just free if you pre-ordered the game. I'm like, nice.
Yay.
There are multiple solutions to this puzzle, and I'm sure somebody else has a better solution. This is the one I could solve on my own. That's 24, so I'm like, yay, 12 and 12. Yay. I was able to solve that one all by myself.
Oh, somebody put Katie should upload a video 1 day a week or a month or something like that. It's like, well, Michael shot down my Nancy Drew watches kitty video thing. He's like, no, people wouldn't like that.
Why don't you explain the entire video
Fine, I'll
besides
explain the
just
premise.
saying, okay.
Mike, that's right. Michael shot it down, make you look like a villain. No. My idea was that you go and you get random cute cat pictures, and then you go and there's a Nancy Drew interview that her interactive people did, and so you can literally just take quotes from that and have Nancy Drew watching the cat video and
Now maybe
peel it
you
out. And so
talk to
Nancy Drew would say, like, each of the cat picture, Nancy Drew would be like, ah, she'd just scream, and Nancy Drew would go, oh, me and him are having some hard times now, because you're like talking about it. Anyway, I thought it was super funny.
So basically superimpose Nancy Drew talking upon unrelated cat pictures.
I thought it was hilarious. Michael said it would be work.
Anyway,
So-
guess what we found, Katie?
Let's see. Audition call sheet. So we get to find out the people that got rejected.
No, actually, this is something else. I mean, it's for a character that's not in the play.
What happened back there?
So let's fast forward through those Hardy Boys and let's get them some help.
I might need
Or get some help from them.
Do you know anything about Greek art?
You're in luck.
Oh, right, I forgot about this.
Oh,
I'll make a
yeah.
call and have the book sent to you right away.
Thanks.
Oh, that's nice of them.
You have to do this to solve a puzzle.
Bye-bye.
I'm about to say you have to call them Frank and Joe. Doesn't it make Ned jealous when you call them Frank and Joe?
Yeah, it kind of does. Anyway, these are,
Why does he have the audition call sheet? He's not the director.
it's suspicious, and I was trying to call Frank and Joe so they could talk about it.
How was the flight?
Couldn't tell you. I slept right through.
Slept on a flight? What witchcraft is this? She's a witch! Burn her!
Nice.
Hi, Joe.
I do not consort with witches. Our in-play
We're
movie was
talking
about
about
Salem,
ice cream.
and apparently Joe took away the
Everybody in the studio audience,
Now, if I lived
forget the
long enough
game.
knowing how violent
Ice cream.
I could
Ice
take
Do
it
we
all.
have any ice cream?
Anyway,
No, Mary ate all. Actually, we ate all last night because we had those. Were they not Klondike bars?
I found an
What were
odd
they?
list
Yeah,
of
Klondike
It was
bars.
like, yeah, we had the Klondike
That's
bar
right.
thing. We finished with the Klondike bar things last night.
It's a
So
list of
Anyway, we call the Hardy Boys, and then we call them back to learn about the suspicious list, which is kind of a lot of work. It's optional, though. I think it's optional.
any word
hope
on the
it's
names I
optional.
gave you.
Actually, yes. It's a list of very wealthy individuals, many of whom have extensive art collections. Rich as Plutus, you could say. He was the god of being rich, which is a pretty top-shelf way to go through life if you ask me. So you might want to talk to Gregor.
So the guy who's been doing Joe's voice has been doing Joe's voice since he first appeared in Game 6.
okay.
Yeah, it's like, wow. He, Ned, and Nancy are the 3 people who've been doing these games the longest.
Bye.
Next is a guy's doing Frank's voice. He did a bunch of random voices before getting the role of Frank.
Do you
So
notice
he
how
was-
they have that picture thing at the bottom?
He
of
was the
phone?
culprit in like 2 games.
What's that picture thing at the bottom of the phone? What
This?
is that? No, that. What's that do?
You can take pictures.
Oh, and then what do you do with the pictures?
I'll show you. There are a couple of puzzles where you need to take pictures.
Oh, okay, that's kind of neat. I thought it was like you just take a selfie. I'm like, oh, they're gonna show her face.
No, Nancy can't take selfies.
Aw, Nancy.
So here's a puzzle.
Puzzle.
Picture. These are one of the 3 things you take pictures for.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but I've got a different puzzle, and I can solve this one without cheating. Whoa, hey, look, everybody, it's a live stream because Michael accidentally clicked outside the game window.
Oops.
Oh, well, I'm not going to edit that out.
I need to match the animals to the correct symbol.
Okay, so Zeus is an eagle, his wife has a cow, Athena has an owl, Ares has a vulture of death, Artemis has the thing, this is a dove, and this is Apollo with a dolphin.
Is that Apollo or Poseidon?
It's Apollo's dolphin,
Okay.
which is funny because I don't know why Apollo gets the dolphin.
What does Poseidon-
These
Dionysus!
must be the tags for the
Does
display.
Dionysus get grapes?
Dionysus turned people into dolphins because he didn't like them. So I thought, oh, it's totally Dionysus. Nope, Apollo.
So when you see a dolphin, you're like, oh yeah, there's somebody that somebody disliked.
And people are talking about various games.
What is that?
Cleroterion,
What's that mean?
it's Greek for password.
Is it really? Are you just making that up?
That's what somebody told me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is okay, so that's why I wanted to take a picture.
Provenance.
Yes, provenance. I call it provenance so I can say Provenancy Drew, but
Nice.
where's my list of information? Because I can't be bothered to look this up. This is jewelry received on July 2nd by Stavros.
Stavros.
Stavros is one of the villains in General Hospital. He's the one who wants to marry Lulu.
Michael, wait, don't talk to your audience about General Hospital.
Even though she's like at least 20
No,
years
no.
younger than him.
No talking about General Hospital. I've forbidden it. I don't care if this is your live stream and your Geely.
Oh, I took a bad picture.
What? Aw.
Anyway, you get that information from here.
Oh, okay.
You also get some information about the people from here, the hires.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually it's here.
On hire stuff. Well, you're just really tearing through all their files, aren't you?
And it's going to be suspicious because Sophia, the piece that we can't prove, she got it on a day when she wasn't working. So Sophia is obviously a front for the villain.
Oh, Sophia.
Okay, let's try this again.
Done.
Yeah, let's get the other pictures while we're at it, just to save time.
Okay. Cheese.
People are making Nancy Drew jokes. Somebody says they actually like Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. Jennifer, what's wrong with you? That game was nothing but mini golf and the longest fetch quest ever.
Oh yeah. See, someone else agrees that General Hospital is lame.
General Hospital is good. I think if they got rid of like a third to half of their cast, it would be better.
Yeah, well.
That's kind of a mean thing to say, but it's
you didn't
true.
say exactly who they should give the boot to, so.
Yeah, well, no, it's just they've got too many characters. That's all. Oh, right.
All done.
Really, game? Really? Like, good picture? Nope, that's not a picture of the necklace.
Oh,
anyway,
the lion.
The sculpture, the Nemean lion. Hercules killed the Nemean lion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the lion has claws which could cut through anything, but his skin was so thick that, you know, Hercules' club and whatever weapons he has couldn't cut through it. So he grabbed the lion's claws and he used the lion's claws to cut through its own skin.
Crazy.
So that's Hercules being clever. It's like, hey, these claws can cut through anything.
Done.
The claws will cut through your ultra thick hide.
I think I remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was saying these games are super easy to you. How many days did you spend playing this game? Because this is at least your third or fourth time playing through this game, isn't it?
No, this is more like my 10th time playing through it, guys. 10th time in a row.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks. So I don't even have to look up some of these things. I know this one is the Museum of Athens Permanent Collection, and I know this is a time gap provenance. And I might as well just solve the ticketer puzzle. I haven't bothered to solve this one, actually, so let me just look it up rather than... Should I solve it on my own, people?
Go give them a little bit of lag text or what, like a minute or two lag time on this still?
I don't know how much lag. It depends. Are people still talking about... Oh, so Fetch Quest and Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock. Basically, you want to get tickets. So you go to person 1, who sends you to person 2, who sends you to person 3, who sends you to person 4, who sends you to catch a fish. So you can get back to person 4, to person 3, to person 2, to person 1, and then you can finally get the trivet. The trivet. Yeah, actually, tickets number 2. So
that sounds super irritating.
Yeah, actually, now I remember. In order to get the tickets, you have to go to the printing guy who wants you to catch the fish. So you get to catch the fish. So you can print the tickets. So you can give it to the orphanage person. So you can give it to the person who does the phone lines because it takes place in 1930. Jeez. So then you can give it to the fancy lady who has the thing you want.
People drive me nuts.
Especially people. So it's the world's worst fetch quest. And that's why I don't like that game very much.
All done.
That's why I haven't done a speed run. Okay.
I love that one. Yeah. Well.
Drop these off in the mailbox.
People are saying Silent Spy was kind of... I liked Silent Spy. It was actually a really good one. So let's go start to Moon Lake if you can get past that one horrible puzzle. Shattered Medallion, the one that came out this year, not very good.
Oh, and you had that whole run up to it too with your marathon again.
I know. I thought it was great, but you know, Sunny June was a great character. I liked this setup. The scenario.
Mm-hmm.
This is the exact book I need.
But there was no mystery. Guys. There was no mystery whatsoever, and the characters all were talking like everything was an in-joke.
I can cross that off my to-do list now.
Kind of irritating.
Besides for Sunny June, and then everything else was good. Okay, so here is how we get the coin.
small child is, I think, might be out of gas. I need to go deal with.
Okay,
this.
Katie, I got the
Katie
coin,
might
and
go.
this is basically end of the first third of the game. Now I can use the coin to go across the underworld and open up that brand new area.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so
don't get hurt.
goodbye, Katie. I'll try not to get Nancy killed.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, people online too.
And Kapu
You
Cave
people
was
are
also
very
not a very good
entertaining.
game.
I wish I could have spent more. I wish I could have been online to talk about ice cream.
Ice cream. You could
Yeah.
talk about cookies. Could you cook ice cream? Is ice cream a thing you could cook?
Michael, you ate Michael, you already ate what, like 2 or 3 batches of the cookie dough I made?
You made the cookie dough. Cookie dough is not for making cookies. Cookie dough is for making cookie dough.
I'll teach me to not bake all my cookies at once. All right, see y'all later.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. I mean, goodbye.
Katie.
Goodbye, Katie. I'm still here, and people are agreeing that, yes, games where Nancy's basically a chore girl. Not so fun. She's basically there to do chores. So let me solve this puzzle very quickly. I need to find a faster way to solve this puzzle. That's colorful. That has animals, and the god is this one. I don't know. Like I said, I really, I will play Nancy Drew's Shattered Medallion just to play the challenges of being inside the TV show. That was fun. I like solving the challenges. Everything else, blah, blah. I just won't go ahead and finish the game because I don't care for the rest of the game, but I do like the middle part, so... Do people do that with your Nancy Drew games? Like you have a save file right before your favorite part, and then you just play through your favorite part and ignore the rest of the game? Because I feel like that's a legitimate way to play games sometimes, is to only play your favorite part. And I believe this is that one, and the god is going to be Apollo. What did I miss? Floor plan. So this is this floor plan. Let's try a different floor plan. Yay! Oh, Amazing Race. I've never seen The Amazing Race, actually. The only reality TV show I've seen is, what do you call it? Total Drama Island, the cartoon animated reality TV show, which is funny. I like it. And so it kind of spoiled me for watching the Hunger Games because
Temples is easy when Nancy Stonemason Drew is on the case.
the Hunger Games is basically, I'm like, this is all stuff I've seen in Total Drama Island. It's basically like a reality TV show where they're like, let's just mess around with the competitors. We're going to change the rules on them unexpectedly. We're going to throw dangerous animals at them unexpectedly. I'm probably the only person who says something like that. I'm like, oh, man, this Hunger Games is too much like that cartoon show I watched. Oh my. Okay, so what am I doing? I might have made I definitely made a mistake somewhere. Did I choose the wrong pediment? No, I didn't. I chose the right freeze. Floor plan. That's the problem. Okay, it's the double one. What? There we go. Oh yeah. I've also got something. Somebody posted recently about cookie dough. Like the cookie dough ice cream, chocolate chip cookie dough. Like 3 things of Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream. Took out all the cookie dough and baked them into cookies. So it's real cookie dough. I thought that was crazy. Oh, and let's solve this one.
Time to match the correct tag to each base.
Okay, the only one I remember, this is the Crotair. I think this is the long one. This is a Pixis and a Lebus. Okay, that's clearly wrong because the game did not automatically accept that as a good answer. So let's see what I made a mistake. This is right. Oh. And then with the bottom row, I mix up these two.
That's it.
So just to show off how much I've memorized the game, I only made 2 mistakes for that puzzle. Okay, so what are we doing now? I think we're pretty much done with everything here at the museum. All right. Do we want to talk to Zenia? Let's talk to Zenia.
Hi.
Phantom of Venice is 50% Scopa and 50% mystery. You forgot it's also 30% Nancy dancing around on stage in a cat suit. Also that one mystery with the robots protecting the thing. Oh gosh. I like Phantom of Venice. It's just too many of those puzzles are super long. You know, Scopa can take super long if you're not good at it. The mosaic puzzle can take super long if you're not good at it. And also Nancy sneaking around trying to steal the jewel can take super long if you're not good at it. So I would like to do a speed run for that game, but it's got 3 to 4 puzzles which just take at least 5 minutes.
Naobi can study the coins now, if she wants.
If. She'll die when she finds out.
She seems to care more about the art than acting.
That's it on the nose. Makes rehearsals a nightmare, but I never turned down a chance to work with a true genius.
That's how you describe her?
Not on the stage. Not yet, at least. Maybe not ever. But I've seen her creeping through the museum when she thinks she's alone. She says she's taking a private class taught by the greats.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye. Talk to you later.
So somebody asked about Total Drama Island. It's on season 6. They finished season 6, so it's the show must have been successful. All right, so spectroscope. Oh wait, hold on a second. Should I get Easter eggs? I'm gonna try to get the Easter eggs too. But I just remembered I lost this phone charm. Oh, clicked outside of the game window again. I keep meaning not to do that. And people are talking about TV shows. Once Upon a Time, which I've been watching this season. Let me see. Well, you saw my fiance, Katie. She has a 5-year-old daughter named Mary, and Mary wanted to watch Once Upon a Time because they've had Frozen this season. But I don't know any of the other characters, and they didn't bother to introduce them, so it's kind of confusing as to who's who and what's going on Once Upon a Time.
It's locked.
Yes, there are Hook and Emma apparently is a big couple, and Emma I'm just confused. Fans of the show will have to. He looks like he's the same age as her, maybe even younger. I can't handle this. And half the characters on Once Upon a Time have these awful fake British accents. It's okay, maybe 2 of them do, but still.
I need to block the dog from reaching the stars.
So it's been a rough time with Once Upon a Time. I do not recommend starting on season 6 or whatever season it is they're on, because that just leads to confusion. Darn. Okay, so with this puzzle, you need to block off all the various connections. Ooh, and people are saying Once Upon a Time is awful this season. Well, that might explain why I can't understand what's happening. Ah, somebody got a kitten. Emma is the Swan Lake. Oh, so Emma is a fairy tale character? That was never explained in any of the episodes I saw. I should stop being such a whiner. Okay. So this round of the puzzle is luck. Yep, that round of the puzzle is basically just hope to get lucky. Yep, I lost. So the four things you want to do: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, there are 5 of them that you want to block off. And that didn't work. Okay. And see, yeah. Oh, now people are arguing about this. There we go. Okay, so we're like one episode behind on Once Upon a Time. So I don't know about the Snow Queen person. Snow White's child, Odette. Okay, whatever. I can sing the President of the English Club song. I know how to sing that one. Everybody in the country in the tub. Everybody in the country wash and scrub. Everybody in the country to the pub. Michael is the president of the English club. And now for a random scene with Naobi and Zenia.
I don't believe you're an actor. What do you expect me to do? Do I have to spell it out? If I don't believe you're an actor, the audience won't.
Just don't make me go on stage.
That's how this works. You have to be on stage or the whole thing falls apart.
Let me do the job you hired me to do.
Nancy!
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry you caught us arguing. Naomi, I know you're nervous, but you...
Nancy really didn't interrupt there. They sort of ended the conversation, and then she was leaving, and then Nancy was there.
Promised you'd perform. We're all counting on you to do your job.
Do your job. I do like how they bothered to take the time so characters actually look at you as they walk past. You'll notice like Naobi and Zenia both just glance at Nancy. That's a step up from, say, Curse of Blackmore Manor, where creepy Ethel does the creepy slide past you. And yeah. Let's solve the puzzle here. Die! Don't die, don't die. Don't die. So this is a puzzle with the Deniads. It's a puzzle.
You had one job, pitcher. I need to block the holes.
All right, and somebody's saying if I watch like the first part of Once Upon a Time, everything will make sense. That's sort of a problem for me with a lot of shows. It's like you need to watch so much before you can understand what's happening. That's why I've never been able to watch like the superhero movies.
Use this to move the water.
Like with the Avengers, I need to watch the first Avengers movie, and then I need to watch the Thor movies and the Iron Man movies and the whoever else movies, and then I can watch Avengers. I watched Captain America, and the ending made no sense because I never seen Avengers. I have no idea who any of the characters are, so it's really kind of a bad ending. And so I want to watch Captain America too, but I kind of don't because I'm probably going to be forced to watch Avengers for Captain America to make sense. So here's an Easter egg. Just click on the pomegranate tree about 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty, so other thing we have to do in this area is grab, where's that piece of paper? Here it is. That will help us break into the thing, into the room.
Oh, it's locked.
Why is there a random pot with holes in it? Okay, that was that. It's a Greek myth. It's about the Danaids. It fits into this place. The Danaids, their goal was Hades made them a deal. He says, if you can get the water from here into here, just fill this pot up all the way, I will let you guys out of hell and you get to go to heaven. But there were a bunch of holes in this. He put holes, like 7 holes in the bottom of this pot, so they were never able to fill it up all the way, and they've just been spending thousands of years trying to fill up the pot as their torture.
I need to stack all the individual hand tiles on the center tile.
That's their torture because they killed their husbands. All 49 of them killed their husbands. Yeah, and this puzzle here is supposed to be kind of like a myth and kind of not. There are these creatures with 100 hands. The Hecatoncheires, I believe they're called, something like that. So that's what this puzzle is sort of based on. It's like, okay, 100-hand people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I'm forgetting how this puzzle works. 1, 2, 3. I think this is 4. There we go. Okay, so I want this guy here, and then I'll do this round on the left. So that way I can put left and right together. Okay. So I solved that puzzle. Now I can solve this puzzle. Okay, yeah, I explained the mythology. Yeah, so that's the story of...
I need to figure out the passcode before the alarm goes off.
I forget the rest of the story. I know, you know, it was Danaus. Danaus is the guy. He had the 50 daughters, and his twin brother had the 50 sons. And so they decided, hey, the 50 sons. And so on the wedding night, that's when all the women, the Danaids, that's when they killed their husbands on the wedding night, except for one. I forget her name. It's like Hypermnestra or something. She agreed that she didn't want to get married. She wanted to be a virgin forever, and her husband supported her. So he lived. She didn't kill her husband. She was the good daughter. So let's. There's got to be more to the story than that, but I forget. Oh well. So I'm making rubbings now that I've got this piece of charcoal. I've never quite figured out how to best time. What's the best time to do the charcoal rubbings? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and now they're talking about other Pretty Little Liars, American Horror Story, and Evan Peters. I haven't seen those shows. Sorry, everyone.
The remote. Give it to me.
No.
No, I need it for my work.
Now. Do not come back.
Why not?
The stage wants you dead.
What?
Can't you feel the floor is shaking? Do you know why that happens?
I assume it has something to do with the hydraulic lifts.
Not something, everything. The hydraulics are warming up for the show. The sets are not normally kept so far off the ground. They're not to be occupied unless they're locked into place on the stage.
But you're here.
I know what I'm doing, and you do not. Leave.
All Alrighty, so apparently all of those places we've been through are just giant sets which are part of the play. Yeah. Giant sets. Ooh, look at my phone charms. They're so charming and phony.
Hello?
Have you been able to the entire cast?
Yeah. You're dealing with something.
Tell as
We
no.
No one.
Oh,
We can fill you in on everyone at the museum.
thanks.
Sorry.
I want to talk to the Hardy Boys about everything, but then again, I don't want to take forever.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll let you guys decide if you want me to do these optional phone conversations and optional conversations and things like that. So this is a puzzle.
The notes on Gregor's tablet should help here.
So this is another puzzle. Gregor's tablet basically told us how to solve this particular puzzle. So the B, where is B? I don't see B anywhere. Man, this is a tougher one. Okay. And F. No. This is F, which means I go up for G, and then I'm going to have to go left for H. Oh. I was kind of hoping I would have a cool conversation topic while I solve this somewhat tedious puzzle. It's not tedious, it's a good puzzle. I like it, but it's not much fun to watch somebody solve. No, wait. P's gonna have to go here, so this can be Q. Okay, you have to solve this puzzle. So somebody's saying they should do another game where you can play as the Hardy Boys. Stay tuned is what I can say, because I know Her Interactive has gotten the rights to the Hardy Boys. Whatever that guy's name is. I think it's Stu. I think his name was Stuart, who was the CEO of Her Interactive for a while. Anyway, he announced they got the rights to make a Hardy Boys game. This was announced, like he mentioned it in passing at the same time when they were releasing what's that game? Ghost of Thornton Hall on the iPad. They released Ghost of Thornton Hall for the iPad and other things like that. And during that press release, casually mentioned, oh, by the way, we also just got the rights to make a Hardy Boys game. So I think that's what this conversation is about.
Adventures, globetrotting, business school, on the side.
Are you thinking of leaving the mystery game behind?
No, I'm working on a project. You are going to... No, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Interesting.
It's no big deal, really, but I don't want to jinx it. Okay, I have to say one thing. Zero Things is a better option. You're going to love it.
It involves me?
I can't say. It's way down the road, but for now, I'll just wait until Joe accidentally tells everyone. Me too.
Yeah. So I think that might be a hint. They're saying they're planning on making a Hardy Boys game, or I would at least look into it.
What did you make of the rest of Gregor's list?
I think it might be a code.
Me too. Just not sure what it means yet.
It'll come to you.
How do you guys know? Nancy didn't read the list to you. Oh well.
Do you think Molina could be involved with the missing artwork?
An inside job. Wouldn't be the first time. You should talk to her, see what she says.
That's all hard to do, but comes with the territory, I guess.
It's all in the tone of voice.
Is that so?
Yeah, check this out. Are you the type of terrible person who steals?
And this works?
Not at all. Just be direct. And if she gets upset, just say,
Yes.
take it away, Frank. That's what I say, at least.
What did you find out about Gregor?
Did you notice anything about his Greek accent?
What Greek accent?
Right? He's an American, and Gregor is not his name.
Really?
Really.
So, who is he?
He may be an actor, like he says. We can't figure out why he changed his name. But we did find out a bit about his past.
What's his story?
Pretty sad, actually. He's an only child. His parents died when he was really young. He grew up completely alone. In and out of foster care until he aged out of the system. May explain the assumed name.
Right. Maybe the name has some meaning.
Right. It could be a stage name, like a nom de plume, but for actors. Or it could be something more serious, like a nom de guerre. Unlikely. Either way, we'll look into it.
What about Naobi?
What can you tell me about Naobi?
She is an amazing artist.
Yeah?
Well, she was. I saw a few of her pieces at the Met. Stunning. Her painting spoke to my soul.
I didn't know you were a fan of painting.
Nance, I'm more cultured than Greek yogurt. He's been saving that one. I have. I was toying with Euro puns for a while, but I couldn't figure out if it was Euro or Hero or Gyro. So I moved to tzatziki for a while, and that was a dead end. Now Saganaki. Reeled in, buddy. Right. Her work is abstract, but not.
How so?
The docent told me that under each abstract painting is a photorealistic painting.
Huh?
She paints over her work. She replaces the painting with the feeling of the painting. The amazing thing is that you can sense it. You know what's there.
If Naomi's such a talented artist, why is she acting?
The part Joe left off is likely the reason. Her career is steeped in controversy.
In what way?
She was accused of art forgery, but it's not true. You don't want it to be true. Of course I don't. But the docent I met said what happened to her was a tragedy. I mean, he looked like he was going to cry just by thinking about it.
What happened?
He wouldn't say. All he said is her paintings will never bear her name. Apparently, everyone knows she's lost all credibility in the art world, but no one seems to know why.
I'll watch her from a distance for now. Anything I should know about Thanos?
Be careful around Thanos.
Why? What's his story?
We're looking into it, but he was brought in for questioning about something recently.
Well, what for?
We're still looking into it. The whole thing is very strange.
Okay, explain.
All we know is that he is on the network's radar.
He is? Why?
He's killed people.
What?
Yes, it's serious. He worked in private security and he was directly involved in a fatal shooting. He's dangerous, but only when the situation calls for it.
And when does the situation call for it?
We don't know.
Did you find anything out about Zenia?
She seems to be more or less who she says she is. We know she's from New York. She grew up around a lot of artists and professors and the like. Looks like she was put in contact with the production's organizers and jumped at the chance to direct.
That seems reasonable.
It does, but we're going to keep looking. The dots connect, but who knows if we're seeing all the dots?
Oh, I know that feeling. What's the network?
ATAC.
Why change the name?
Apparently, the FBI doesn't like explaining that they get help from America's teens.
Ah, okay.
I don't see a "you must be this old to solve a crime" sign anywhere. Well, there might be a law about that somewhere. Don't care. What am I going to do with all my ATAC shirts? I have so many.
Sorry to bring up a sore point.
ATAC forever! But really, it's the network now.
Aww.
Talk to you later.
Later.
So they changed the name of the Hardy Boys' organization. It changed from ATAC to the network. Which I think says something, because, you know, they introduced ATAC in the 2004-2005 Hardy Boys series, And this new series, the 2013 one, switched it from ATAC to the network, and it was in the net. It was the network in the 1980s, 1990s series. Long story short, the Nancy Drew games have been around for longer than the past two Hardy Boys series. So it got both versions of the Hardy Boys organization. I mean, they mention ATAC in game 13, right? Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Is that a hidden passage? What's Naobi up to?
Oh, right. I should be paying attention to the game. So,
The door must be here.
we have a hidden door.
I need to make sure only the lightning bolts are showing.
Let's see if my memory serves me. 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Yeah! And this is Niobe's hidden laboratory.
Did anyone ever tell you you look just like Alexandra?
Not surprisingly, no.
She was one of the best painters of ancient Greece. How good is she, you ask?
I'll take your word.
She has a crater named after her.
Oh, wow, that's just great.
On the Venus!
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Follow her footsteps. Here.
What's this?
You're painting that on a vase.
I'll do my best, but it might not look exactly like the reference.
Make your mark on the world, and be a friend to a stranger.
No problemo.
Thank you. I'm so behind you, I have no clue.
Why did Zenia have to change? I mean, why did she have to change clothes? I don't know why. Okay, so let's actually look what Alexandra. So let's look for images. So Nancy looks like Alexandra. So that's what Nancy looks like. I presume it's this one. Okay, I'll accept that. Where was I? Right. I always get a little lost in this part of the game because there are like multiple puzzles you can solve, and yeah. So somebody wants a mystery where Nancy Drew gets shot by Ned and then wakes up in the hospital with amnesia and has to remember who shot her. Why did Ned shoot Nancy? This seems like an awful...
Try the lift remote again. Maybe Thanos stashed it nearby.
Awful premise for a mystery. And yes, why does Naobi have no...
Get the connections hooked back up. Looks like the number indicates how many connections come from each point.
Nancy just randomly shows up in Niobe's workshop, and Naobi just doesn't seem to care. Yeah, that's interesting. Bam.
Thanos can't stop me now.
It does seem interesting that, you know, there's nobody, at least, you think they should at least acknowledge the fact that Naobi has a different outfit. That's what I find weird about Naobi just having a new outfit and it not being acknowledged. When Zenia changes costumes, Nancy points it out. She's like, oh, hey, you changed costumes. And she's like, yeah, I totally did. So I solved that alphabet puzzle. And there's a phone charm here. I think that might be the final phone charm. Is it? No, I need another phone charm. Does anybody want to see me get some of these, these achievements? Some of them are easier, some of them aren't. So for example, the artisan, to make the artisan, you need to paint 12 different vases, which takes a while. It definitely takes a while.
One vase for Naobi coming right up.
So remember when I said that, you know, my fiance has a 5-year-old daughter? This is the part of the game that the daughter likes playing. Mary likes making pictures on the vases.
Not bad. Maybe Naobi was right. I am a true artist. These rules seem very strict.
No, I don't want to give...
Naobi up to?
I don't want to give like spoilers for Nancy Drew the Captive Curse, but I totally thought that Naobi was one of the characters from the Captive Curse in disguise.
What now?
Oh, well, okay. Well, people are asking about. Oh, hey, Katie, how's it going?
Is this workshop yours?
We need to use props for the show. We're pretending they're actual statues and artifacts, because we can't use the real things.
So you make fakes?
No. Not fakes. There's a process in place. The last thing the museum wants is confusion about what's real and what isn't.
So look, Katie, there's a poster about us.
Oh, yeah? About us? Plato's Symposium?
Oh, well, the words you can't see because she's blocking. It's love is more than you think.
Oh, that's so cute, Michael.
Yeah,
You're so sappy.
the symposium is all about love and debates about what love is.
Oh my. Oh, are they still talking about ice cream? It says
Like one
person
person talks about, oh, they say love is like the soulmate theory, and the doctor's kind of boring and clinical about what he thinks love is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And one of the other guys tries to seduce Socrates, and Socrates does not have any part in it. It's kind of great.
Okay, I'm gonna go deal with small child. We're gonna go disappear now.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to come down and have her say hello to the studio audience?
Sure, Mary can come down and say hello to the studio audience.
All right, I'll bring her down. Mary.
I was going to have her do the picture thing, but I guess she can't. Oh wait, this is a puzzle. We're spelling out the actors' names in alphabetical order, and that's why we made this Greek letter thing. That's what it's for. Yay, so people are saying I want to do the lift control. Hey, there's Thanos. He's tall, dark, and angry. So this is the easiest, one of the easier achievements to get. Basically, you use the lift over and over and over again. Hi, Mary. I think it's still busy.
Looks like it needs more time.
Hey, Mary. Ooh, wow. Somebody had their hair brushed and everything. It's usually not that nice.
That's because you're the one brushing it.
Ow, Katie. Ow.
We both know this is true.
I know it's true.
Rowan's birthday party, we're gonna do gymnastics.
Ooh, so you've got your gymnastics uniform on.
Mm-hmm. Yay. Well, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Oh, get you up there.
Michael said he was going to have you do a puzzle that he doesn't want to do.
Yay!
Well, I was going to do the artwork puzzle. I don't know if we can do this anymore.
I need to wait until the last vase is fired.
We probably have to wait a while before that works.
Looks like it needs...
Let me see. Is there an actual saved game before it? Oh no, let's see. What was our last alarm? I can't do that one there.
Here, Mary, you see all these people here? It says, hi, Mary, hi, Mary, hi, Mary, hi, Mary. And she says, she's so cute. You're all so cute. Isn't that nice of them? What do you say?
Thank you!
Okay, maybe this will let you do the artwork puzzle.
I need to wait until the last vase is fired.
Katie, vase is fired.
Is this a sphinx?
Okay. Wow, I made a blank one? I'm so boring. Okay, you can make a vase, Mary. Oh, wait.
You should have it onto the picture, because right now it's still showing Mary.
Guys, okay. Well, you didn't actually need to see me beat up the game and trying to get this vase thing puzzle. And remember, you only have 25 stamps. You're just putting horsies everywhere.
What about the other ones are sad? Fire vase.
What does people say about my horsey?
They're still waiting on that.
Yeah, they're saying you look awesome and you. And let's have Katie make a vase.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I
Somebody
can
doesn't
make a
sound
vase.
at all excited for making a
I
vase.
guess I can make a vase.
I need to wait until the last vase is
Whoops,
fired.
I forgot about that.
Is this a sphinx?
That's a puzzle. You need to actually see the Sphinx in order to trigger an angry conversation with
Oh,
what's-her-face,
okay. So
Niobe.
here, let's see. I'm going to have this guy. He's going to be going and trying to get this guy. He's going to go stab him. But then there's, oh, you can't rotate.
Nope.
Well, okay, there's going to be like 2 or 3 of them here. And then he's going to be like trying to get them.
That's the goddess Athena.
Oh, okay. She's all like protecting them down here.
Why is she protecting the bad guys?
Bad guys. Let's see here. He's trying to get lots of sphinxes. Do I have to do all 14?
No, you don't have to do them all. You can hit fire vase right now.
Done. All right. Victory is mine.
Okay, you girls.
Oh, Mary, here, look, it says, OMG, so many horses. Mhm. And I think your face is great. Okay.
Okay, girls. You can go. You
Bye
take-
bye. I'm gonna get a present from my friend Rowie. I'm gonna have a birthday party with him.
Use your finger word, please.
Bye bye.
All right. Come on, guys. Let's roll. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Okay,
Michelle.
thanks for watching.
Your fans are cool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's 5. Sometimes we have trouble getting her to use her big girl words. She needs to use big girl words and not just talk baby talk. So, wow, that was an unexpected detour, and I totally forgot what I was doing. Okay.
That's done. Did that. That's done. Still that's did that. Did that. That's done. Haven't checked. Haven't done that.
Okay, I haven't done that because that's the optional puzzle. And explore the sets, I guess I still... Wait, I know what I have to do. Actually, I don't know. Wait, I do. Easter egg. I'm forgetting. Oh, let's talk to Thanos.
You found another way down. How enterprising.
I do my best.
So do I. Now get out.
You can hear he's got a little bit of a British tinge to his Greek accent.
Hello.
Like that. That's a very British way of saying hello.
Is it strange that Niobe's making so much art for the play?
I don't care.
Why do you spend all of your time in the underworld?
It's quiet.
It's a bit unnerving.
It is.
Does it bug you too?
Bug? No, girl. It pours ice into my belly.
Then why?
I have men waiting for me after I die.
What do you mean?
May you never have to know.
You're a dangerous man from what I hear.
Yes.
You've killed someone before?
Is that what you heard?
Yep.
It's true.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Good.
Were you caught?
Caught? No, I wasn't caught. I was doing my job.
What was your job?
I rode in an armored car.
Security?
Not like you think. I protected money, but it wasn't special like I thought. No gold bullion, no bank headquarters.
What then?
Markets, restaurants. They trained me, walk in ready to fight.
One day a fight happened?
No, no fight.
Yesterday I followed the protocol my bosses handed me.
Someone was injured?
2 men, dead. The pieces of paper that trained me, burned gone.
What happened to you?
I came here, to the underworld.
Right.
Can you tell me something about the underworld?
Hades. See for yourself.
You seem to spend a lot of time down here.
There are a lot of moving parts that need to work correctly during the show.
Can you give me a tour?
Not while you're still alive.
You take your characters seriously, I see.
No.
You were interviewed about the missing art?
You make it sound so nice. Interviewed.
You did speak with the police, though.
Yes.
Why did they suspect you?
They interrogated all of us. I'm sure they'll be back to do it again.
But they cleared you, right?
They know we didn't steal anything. There are others.
Who?
Molina, isn't that her name?
You think she'd steal from her own museum?
Wouldn't be the first.
Do you have any reason to believe she's responsible?
No.
Then why bring it up?
So people are talking about these veins here on Thanos' arm, which are kind of sticking out. He does talk in short sentences. I'm talking to him about everything right now because this is more or less the only chance you get to talk to him. Like, this is the first time we've been able to have an extended conversation with Thanos, and he's going to disappear. He disappears for puzzles. Like, he disappeared so we could do the Greek alphabet puzzle, and he'll disappear again so you can do the spectroscope puzzle and the lift puzzle. So there are like 3 puzzles that he is not around for.
Tell me a little bit about Hades' character.
Just watch the play.
You must have some feelings about him.
The story has been told too many times to have an opinion.
Is he a good guy or a villain?
Depends on the telling.
Which do you prefer?
Persephone eats all 12 pomegranate seeds and stays below by her own choosing.
So you like Hades?
I like them both.
How long have you been with the troupe? Would you prefer I leave you alone?
I prefer you leave.
I have a job to do here.
So be it.
I think there's something down here you don't want me to find.
Is it worth risking your life to test out your little theory?
That sounds a little like a threat.
Hades is for the dead. Take that as you will.
Later.
Goodbye.
Nancy, you're in.
Tell me something new.
Don't say anything. Thanos might be listening. I need you to say only what I tell you to. Thanos is involved with Kronos. Just say, that's funny.
That's funny.
Good. He is most likely watching you for any sign you know. Pretend we're making small talk.
I can't wait to see you either.
We've got the network watching their communications.
Oh, that is so like him.
I'm going to need you to ask him about Kronos.
Really? Why would he do that?
I assume you're asking why. If he passes word, then we're getting you out of there right away.
Of course. Classic Joe.
If he doesn't, that means you're safe. It's a risk, but if he's still in organized crime, running away won't help. We'll have to deal with it head on.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I know it's scary, but we have to know. Call me back and ask me about Joe's birthday once you've done it.
You too. Okay, well, I'm at work, so I should go.
Good luck.
All right.
Hello.
This conversation makes more sense now that I know that Kronos is the Greek Mafia. There's a note about it in Gregor's tablet. And the first time I played this game, I didn't read that note, so I had no idea what this was about.
You worked for Kronos, didn't you? You still do? So, yes?
Some jobs you can quit, some you cannot.
Is Kronos involved in what you're doing here?
The play? No.
What about the rest?
You talk like you know, but you don't.
What makes you so sure?
If you knew, you'd have left.
Right.
I'll let you go.
Leave.
I like this subplot. It's nice. It's optional, but it's kind of nice.
What's up?
I spoke with Thanos about his past.
And?
I really can't say for sure. It sounds like he was working security and he was following protocol.
That's what we're hearing on our end, too.
So, I guess...
Yeah. You know, if he's like... There's a chance his whole persona is an act.
That's what I was thinking, but the pieces aren't coming together.
Think about it. He's found a way to spend time among the dead. Maybe there's something he's trying to... say.
You think he's dealing with his past?
Let's not be overly generous here. If he's just a guy who thought he was doing his job, no matter how tough he looks on the outside, he is falling apart inside, I promise you. And if he really is who he says he is, he's down where he belongs.
I like watching this animation in the background. Thanos just breathing in and out. Occasionally he yawns.
What should I get Joe for his birthday?
We're on it. Check in soon. Also, I'm into hats these days, just since you ask.
Let's get an achievement, getting achievement today. We're getting achievements, Trying to remember where the last phone charm is. What's the phone charm? I need to pay attention. I also forget how to get the Easter egg. Okay, so that's a song for everybody. People asked for a song. I thought I would comply and give them a song. Oh, I remember what Easter egg oh. Darn it. Darn. Okay, so the one Easter egg I missed getting that Easter egg was this one here, I believe. Oh, man. Okay, never mind. I missed that Easter egg. Basically, when you're entering the numbers, entering the letters there's an Easter egg. All you have to do is enter Athena instead of entering one of the names. So you enter the name Athena, and that's your Easter egg. Do I not have that achievement yet? Liftmania! Yay! I always get confused at this point in the game. What am I supposed to do? I think I'm supposed to upset Gregor.
Do you like what you found in my bag?
Sorry if that was intrusive, but I'm here to keep tabs on the museum.
Oh, then let me help you. The museum is on the exterior of the bag. The interior of the bag is not the museum. Museum? Not museum.
You've made your point.
See that I have.
What's your role in the production?
Too many things.
Is that usual?
Yes, but things are a little more intense this time.
Because there are so few of you?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have a larger support crew?
Generally we do. But because the background checks were really extensive, we didn't have time to worry about anyone other than ourselves. To answer your question, I work the lights and the stage cues. I make sure we've got the right scripts, then I do my best to keep us from killing each other.
If it's okay for me to say so, it seems like you had a bit of a rough time growing up.
We chose to put on a Greek tragedy. When your parents die young, it's Dickens or nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
The hard days are over. Growing up alone had its perks. It taught me how to study people. When you don't have much power, you have to know how to read people in your life.
So it was something of a survival strategy?
You could say that. Each time they put me in a new home, I'd do my research. I'd listen, watch people, feel them out. Every once in a while, I'd strike gold and find a diary.
Why?
If I liked the family, I do my best to be what they wanted.
You didn't want to be yourself?
I didn't think I'd be okay if I did. I figured if you're taking in a kid, there must be something you want. I try to be whatever or whoever was missing from their home until they realize that never works. Not a great way to grow up, but an actor couldn't ask for finer training.
Yeah, so basically he was a chameleon growing up, and we can talk to him about a lot.
How did you get into acting?
It's not a proud story.
Are you okay telling me?
For you, dear, I'd do anything. I was discovered in the costume department.
Nothing embarrassing about that.
Stealing a warm jacket.
Got it.
It was just my luck that the director of the theater needed some extras he couldn't afford. So for my first gig, I was paid in not going to juvenile lockup.
A few keywords to leave off the resume. Why are you making copies of the art?
That's really Naobi's domain.
I ran your background check.
Now why would you go and do a thing like that? It's already been done.
My friends have access to some pretty powerful resources. I have some bad news to report.
Should I sit down?
Maybe. According to my sources, you're not who you say you are.
Oh. I should probably be wearing something else then.
I know your background. My question is, why did you use a false name?
Not false. I changed it legally. I slipped a little, not enough, money in the envelope to keep the record sealed.
Did you know Naobi has a history as an art forger?
I did. And that's a very dramatic way of putting it.
Explain the difference to me.
It's the difference between cheating off a friend and robbing a bank.
Still, she did commit art forgery.
She hid behind her friend because she was timid. If you ask me, her so-called friend is the real criminal here, making millions while Naobi scrapes by.
I think I just saw Naobi using a hidden door. That's your only reaction?
We're in a theater. Theaters are built for sneaking around in.
It wasn't in the theater. It was in the museum.
Oh, that's just to let the staff move without having to wade through the crowd. I know, it seems exciting, but hidden passages are only exciting the first time you see them. Then they're just poorly advertised doors.
Is there a significance to the name you're using?
There is. All the significance in the world. Gregor is the man who caught me stealing. He ran the theater.
Is he a hero of yours?
Mentor, I guess. He said I was a natural on the stage, but hopeless at life. My boy, you're the only student I've ever had to teach how to stop acting. With each show and rehearsal, he gave me a space to get to really be myself for the first time.
He sounds very special.
The truth might just be that he was an average man who found an unfortunate kid. To me, he was great.
What are your plans after the show?
One day, I'd like to open up a theater of my own. Give back the gifts I was given.
I think that's a nice idea.
And I'd put Gregor's name on the marquee. Like I said, I'm just borrowing the name. I've been keeping it safe.
Why do you think Zenia keeps making your role bigger?
Would you stay out of my things?
Okay.
I have no idea, honestly.
Maybe she just likes keeping you busy.
I have to go.
Okay, so this is what to do. So like I said, the puzzle here is just to make Gregor mad, and you wanted to do it. Whoop.
Okay, what's up?
Why are you here?
I was invited.
Are you an art expert?
No.
I guess I don't get it.
Did I upset you earlier?
No. The show was starting to rest on my shoulders more and more. I needed to catch my breath.
I cut off in the middle of the sentence there, I believe. So this is a puzzle. We need to get him mad at us by talking about the casting sheet we found hidden in his bag.
Why were you casting the role of Plutus?
gained my point.
I don't recall Plutus ever being in the Persephone myth.
Zenia had a sequence in mind where Demeter petitions all the gods. But it was too boring, too expensive, and did I mention too boring?
I can't find any records of your previous performances.
People don't really consider what we do to have much artistic merit. It's more like historical reenactments. No one reviews those.
About that Plutus casting sheet I found in your bag,
Which, let's remember, isn't part of the museum.
something about it seems odd. Why would you be casting this late in the game?
I like working with undiscovered talent.
Wouldn't Zenia be casting? Wouldn't there be some reference to Plutus in the script somewhere?
You're unbelievable.
It's a trait you and I share, apparently.
I didn't lie. And don't you dare call anyone on that list.
My contacts are already on it.
Nancy, you have no idea what you just did.
Explain it to me.
With pleasure. For the last 5 years, I've been researching angel investors. You know what those are?
Yeah, they invest in new businesses when no one else will.
Those are my angel investors. Or were, for my theater, for Gregor's theater. It took years to get those names. They were coming to opening night, Nancy, and now they're gone. I promise it. Your contacts asking about me like I'm a crook?
If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to worry about.
Leave me alone. Now! Go and don't come back!
Grumpy. Okay, so we got him mad so we could get these two puzzles.
This must be some sort of code.
Oh, yay, that one.
Locked away his access? What is Gregor hiding?
Okay, so that's whoops, I didn't mean to click out there. That's enough of Gregor. Let's talk to Zenia.
Hello.
Why did you choose Persephone's story?
I didn't click with it at first, but now when we rehearse, when I'm in the meadow, waiting for Hades, in my mind, I don't see the narcissus flowers I'm gathering. I see the moments of my life when everything turns sour. But I see myself, the Persephone version of myself, and I am her. I know that's weird. That means there's something real about it.
You connect with the character. That's not weird.
It seems a little strange that there are only 4 people in the crew.
A good stage director doesn't cast herself, but I understand Persephone.
Okay, how?
I was this happy girl, and one day I fell into this vast sadness. I got out of it, but just like Persephone, I know it will come back for me, even on my best days.
I definitely see you have a personal connection with Persephone, but what happens if there's a problem during the performance and you're all on stage?
I don't like to think about that.
Can I help with anything?
We're set. I can't keep distracting you from your job anyway.
I finished my job.
Did you know about Naobi's career problems?
That she copied another artist's work?
Well, something like that.
Stop the questions there. I've never met anyone more regretful than Naobi.
How long have you been working together?
As a troupe?
Yeah.
Just a few weeks. It shows.
What can you tell me about Gregor?
I like him. I know he's the type to flatter. I know it's self-serving to listen to him when he tells me I'm gorgeous and brilliant. But you know what? I can use the emotional junk food some days.
It seems like a lot of work went into production. Why only one show?
One show? Who said that?
Naobi.
Poor Naobi. I bet she wishes it was just one. She's so scared. All she sees is opening night. We're here the whole week.
What made you interested in ancient Greece?
I guess if I had to pick an answer, I'd say the ancient Greeks.
Okay, fair answer. Goodbye.
Bye.
Alrighty, so those 2 monster puzzles. Let's do the 1 monster puzzle. It's actually not that much of a monster puzzle.
I need to get 7 gems visible on all outside tiles when the box is closed.
Wait a minute. Ah, can I start over? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Cool. All right, so with this particular puzzle, you want to move the pieces around like this. I'm just solving it very quickly. Bam. Yep, that's how you solve that puzzle super fast.
Thank you for unlocking the display for me.
Why are you so interested in them?
The tooling marks tell a story about how they're made. For the most part, we still don't understand the full method. Bits and pieces, but that's it. I'd love to see if I can see something, anything to add to that discussion.
Are you Naobi, the famous painter?
Oh.
Was.
A friend of mine is obsessed with your work.
I don't want to hear about your friend or anyone else.
I'm sorry. Did I upset you?
You did. It's not your fault, but I had to snap at you.
Why?
No one cared about my art, but they loved to look at the smoking wreckage of my career. I don't talk about that.
Okay, I respect that.
I'm starting over. I'm here. This is what I've got now.
Is the museum's collection the real reason you're here?
What makes you ask that? I'm supposed to be trying new things in my life. That's what everyone says. Move on. Be new. Try new things. Don't dwell.
Sorry if I offended. It just seems like a pretty rare chance to study all of this great work.
Oh, guilty. I heard different words from what you meant. I can't even begin to tell you what it's like. When I was small and the other girls were crushing on the boys, I was falling in love with Phidias. No joke. A terminal art girl from the jump. Which reminds me, in case it's contagious, I've got books for you. Learn the language and art will speak to you. If I wasn't so terrified of that nightmarish amphitheater, I'd be skipping around the place.
What do you think of Thanos?
He's coarse.
Maybe that's good for playing Hades.
I don't think he acts. I think he was typecast.
As what?
A monster. See, that's what is the character from Nancy Drew, Captive Curse. They talk about monster, and she also says Anya's line of I made him what he is today. She says something like that later on in the game.
Could an artist create an exact copy of the art on display?
Who are you trying to fool?
An expert, I guess.
Which expert?
Any expert.
That's the trick. That's why most forgery doesn't work. Each expert speaks a different language. Some are chemists. Some focus on the process until they dream in brushstrokes, patina, and lacquers. It's easy to fool one expert. Impossible to fool every expert.
Could you?
I couldn't fool any expert, let alone every expert.
Do you have access to much of the museum's art?
I get to study what's out and already cataloged, but I can't get at the rest.
What's your art background?
I completed my first piece, oatmeal on vertical plaster wall, at 6 months. It was magnificent. From there, it was variations on a similar theme.
So you came to it naturally?
I came to loving it naturally. The rest was a struggle. But I always loved the study, especially the old Greek masters. Look around the museum. You're in the presence of greatness. Art is the physical manifestation of men and women reaching across thousands of years to share their secrets. Secrets never come easy, but they also never leave your heart. They're reaching out for you, Nancy. See them and reach back.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So yeah, I basically just breezed through that slider puzzle. I'm just good at slider puzzles, that's all. Can I resolve that puzzle? It probably won't let me. Okay. So we're finished talking with Naobi, which means we can go down here and talk with Naobi.
Nancy,
What's up?
have you ever been on stage?
A few times. Why?
I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, that's the case. Why did you become an actor?
I find myself asking me that question too.
So, what's the answer?
That is also a common follow question I ask myself.
Can I ask why you're acting if it scares you so much?
You're asking the wrong Naobi.
Okay, which one should I ask?
Naobi of months ago. That silly girl who thought this would be a chance to grow. I don't care for her. I wish I could tell her that right to my face.
I'll let you go.
Until later.
Is this a sphinx?
All right, so you need to notice the Sphinx thing.
Yes?
So you can say, whoa, 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 contract breaker.
You're breaking the terms of your contract.
What do you mean?
You're breaking the rules Molina left for you.
I'm not.
Can you explain the shard of pottery with a sphinx on it that I found in your kiln?
Who are you that you think you can go into my studio?
What? Aren't you the one who asked me for help?
Yes.
I think something strange is happening here. But of course, I'm not an artist. Maybe you can help me understand.
False modesty is worse pride. Stay out of my studio.
Yeah, whatever, miss. I can change dresses and locations faster than Nancy.
Just go away.
No.
Just go away.
No, 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 no.
Just go away.
Oh, jerk. Okay, So, Vine. We have the Vine tile, which means we're going to solve the Vine tile puzzle, which is up here.
I need to match all of the edges.
I tried to memorize this puzzle, but I'm not very good at that. Piece with 2 white flowers goes here. We have 2 pieces with 2 red flowers. So this one here and that one there. Perfect. Okay, that's the bottom. Mostly the bottom is in place now. Nope. Okay, so these 2 pieces. There we go. Cool. Oh, right. This puzzle.
I need to slide the stones to the correct positions.
Okay, so let's just solve this puzzle. So X goes down. So now I need to get the Archimedes stuff over here. That was my first thing I'm doing. So I'm going to move Euripides here. Sorry, move Sigma there. I'm going to move Archimedes screw here to the inner thing. Move the Sigma there, and then the Archimedes thing here. Great. So that's about as much as I can do on my own. Next, I want to do something here. I forget which one I'm doing here. So what do my notes say? The notes are saying I'm forming Euripides here. No, Euripides goes there, which means I'm going to have to form the temple here. Okay. Okay, so temple here. Temple goes to inner red. And if I want to get the temple goes with phi? Okay, temple goes with phi. That's nice. But what was I saying? I want to get Euripides in here. So that means I'm going to get the Euripides mask here, and then the E for Euripides there. Okay. Okay, good. So, oh, what? Looks like my notes. No, let's keep it like that. I don't care. So X is going to go to the purple. Y to green. And can I move the poem out of the way? I'm so lost. Because I know the temple goes down here, so... Okay, temple goes down there, and okay, now we've got these green things. The green things are in place, because the temple... This is nasty. Okay, so this was kind of a long game. Not a long game, long puzzle. Okay, so... So let's get these oranges in place. That's what I'm trying to do here. E for Euripides. Okay, so I think those work. Please, please. Yes.
Why would Gregor be hiding this seal?
Oh, and everybody in the studio audience is just talking about Nancy Drew Castle haunting a Castle Malloy. I mean, this particular puzzle takes a while. Basically, in order to get the wannabe hero, you need to knock on heaven's door many, many times. And people are debating which game is shortest. Let me see. Message in a Haunted Mansion is kind of short and easy. I can't really figure out the one puzzle at the end of Message in a Haunted Mansion is just torturous. Other than that, I like the game. And it's hard. I can never figure out how to trigger the fire in the room. So those are my two complaints about the game. Other than that, it's great. Have I got the achievement yet? Nope. Who requested this? This is not particularly exciting gameplay. Oh dear. What is that seventh phone charm? Because I got the two of them here in the underworld. I got Cerebus and I got the Sith. This is going to bug me. I'm gonna have to look this up. Hey, I got the achievement! Hooray! Okay. I got the achievement. And the final thing I'm trying to do... Hey, Naobi.
Hello. So, how did I do with the vase?
Alexandra would be proud, but I'm prouder. Nice work.
Goodbye.
Until later.
Let's get some phone charms. I mean, let's get some phone calls.
Hi. So, about Joe's birthday?
We've heard nothing so far, so you might be in the clear.
That's a relief.
We're keeping an eye on it. Either he's no longer with Kronos, or he's keeping quiet. Either way, stay sharp.
Later.
Bye.
It's the lion phone charm. Right, right. Okay. Anyway, getting closer to the end of the game.
I'd like to take a closer look at the poster. Something really strange is going on here. I need to let Molina know about everything I've found.
This music. Okay, so now that I've solved like the 3 interlock, we can do this.
Do you suspect that anyone in the cast took the missing jewelry?
We did at first.
But then?
The police came in, interviewed everyone, and the cast was very cooperative.
That's good at least.
Maybe.
Maybe?
They all consented to having their cars and hotels searched. The police reviewed all of the security footage and came to the conclusion that no one in the cast snuck anything out of the museum.
But you doubt this.
Oh.
For all intents and purposes, they're cleared, but it just doesn't make sense. Nothing just disappears.
Okay, got it.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Poor distracted Michael can't pay attention. Final phone charm here. Yay! Hooray! Okay, so, right, I was in the middle of a phone conversation.
How are things going?
Did you know about the secret door in the museum?
What are you talking about? Secret door?
Naobi was using it.
Oh.
Is that a problem?
Of course this is a problem. Keep an eye on Naobi. Don't let her know what you've seen.
Why?
It could be she likes secret doors. Or it could be she's up to something. Observe her.
Did the police talk to you about the missing art?
Of course.
Did they search your home and office?
What are you getting at?
I'm just covering all the angles.
You think I'd steal from my own museum?
No, but I have to ask.
I understand. This museum is my heart, Nancy. It is my child, and my mother, and my father. As a girl, if I had 2 coins to rub together, they'd go straight to admission. A few years of that, then they stopped taking my money. I loved the art and the history so much. They paid me to come. This is my home. As much as it hurts to hear the accusation, it makes me happy to know you care as much as I do.
Why is Naobi making copies of the art?
Not copies, approximations.
I don't follow.
The concept of this whole debacle was maybe a bit too ambitious. It all came together in pieces until I was in over my head.
Tell me what you mean.
When the stage renovation became a reality, people started paying attention to our little museum again. Great, right?
Yeah.
That let me attract patrons and set up loans, and bit by bit, the exhibit came together. And soon we had a world-class exhibit on our hands.
Sounds great to me.
It is, but it isn't. No one in all of Greece has heard of the Phidias Cultural Center. Here we are with a world-class exhibit and no eyes to enjoy it.
So that's where the play comes in.
Right. It was a new idea. We put the art where it belongs, right in front of the gods. Once the play is done, the audience can go see the very pieces shown on stage. But the real version, of course.
That's a cool concept.
It is, but then comes the problem of how to copy the art, but not copy the art. Naobi had to sign some paperwork agreeing to use only certain materials, colors, and scale.
So none of the copies could be confused with the originals, right?
Right. She's done a wonderful job, but we've had the owners breathing down our necks every step of the way. Every step. Never again.
I just find it so weird that they make such a huge fuss about making props. Like, normal plays have props, you know?
I should tell you, Naobi broke one of the necklace display cases.
What?
She said she was trying to trace the detail work and put too much pressure on the glass.
Is everything still there?
I think so.
Well, thanks Zeus for that. How did she react when you talked to her about it?
She was really upset. She actually asked me not to tell you.
Like no one would notice. These things do happen. Keep an eye on her. Mistakes happen, but a series of mistakes don't.
Got it.
So somebody is asking if Nancy says it's locked in the game. I believe I did that twice already. The doorway that is protected by the Cerebus puzzle, if you click on that, it's locked. And the doorway leading to the final part of the underworld, the one with the pits of fire, that also I think is locked. And maybe also the doorway with the hands. Before it's open, it's locked.
We might have a problem.
How bad?
I think the production team is potentially swapping real artwork with props.
How sure are you?
I found evidence that some of the museum sculptures, vases, even jewelry may not be real anymore.
That is very bad.
Do you think they're stealing?
Yes. Are you ready to become an expert?
As ready as I'll ever be.
You need to test the vase, the jewelry as well. Get on the computer. The database is there. The password is Calliope.
Okay, I think I can handle that.
Do not get caught. If the vase on display is the prop, we have a major issue. Same goes for the jewelry.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I'm going to connect with the authorities just in case. You get started in the meantime.
Later.
Bye.
So everybody in the studio audience is now talking about Harvest Moon. I liked Friends of Mineral Town. That was the only one I played. I tried one of the DS games for like a brief minute or so. Didn't like it very much. There are like 100 of those games. My goodness. And they're all basically the same. Oh no. So I am not supposed to be down here. Wait, yes I am. Oh no, I like Harvest Moon basically for the dating sim segments. I don't like farming or baking cookies and stuff like that. I'm just not good at that in video games. I'm not good at cooking in real life. So, yeah.
It's a fake. Emeralds don't look like that. This is a fake.
So, we've got some fakey fakes everywhere.
Hello.
I asked Molina if she was involved with the missing art.
So, what's your take?
I think she might be innocent. It sounds like she practically grew up at the museum.
That's weird.
Why?
We looked into it, and she didn't move here until she was in her teens.
Well, did you find anything else I should know?
No, but that's worth looking into.
Okay, so there was a question in a studio audience. With you have to have Molina tell you what the password is. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So if Molina hasn't said, you need to get on and use the computer, the password is Calliope, you won't be able to use it.
I asked Gregor about the list.
And?
He didn't deny what you said, but he claimed they were going to invest in a theater he was hoping to start.
Do you think that's true?
I really hope not.
Why?
If that's true, I just trampled on his biggest dream.
I hope for your sake he's crooked.
I guess I do too. I'll let you go.
Later.
Hi, Nancy.
The earrings and necklace on display are fake. I can prove it.
It makes no difference.
What are you talking about? Of course it does.
You were wrong. You did it wrong. I should never have asked you because I knew you'd screw it up, just like you always do.
What is wrong with you?
Just accept that you are wrong and shut your mouth about it.
Molina.
Please.
Molina.
Nancy,
What's up?
you're fired.
What?
You're fired. Pack your things and leave right now.
Why?
Because I say,
I didn't do anything wrong.
get out. Get out and go home right now.
You're trying to make me run away.
If you're smart enough to figure that out, don't be dumb enough to stay. How are things going?
Oh, they're going well.
I get the feeling someone threatened you.
Not only me.
What do you mean?
Thanos frightens me. Why doesn't he frighten you? I have to go. You have to go.
So this is sort of the end of the game thing. So I'm just going to talk to everybody right before the end of the game.
How are things going?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think there's another conversation with the Hardy Boys, although I could be 100% wrong about that. Oh, where's What's-Her-Face? Oh, What's-Her-Face isn't here.
Say, just a shot in the dark, but you've got an agenda here?
You could say that.
You know what I do all day?
Try to figure out what your ankle wings are for?
Yes.
Okay, and what else?
I study people and I study characters. Not that the difference is all that big.
I suppose this is leading to some insight you have about me.
Wow, conceited.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're toying with me, aren't you?
You and I ask the same type of questions. And yes, I am.
I like figuring people out.
I don't just like to. I need to.
As an actor?
And in life.
Is it just me, or is Naobi a bit afraid of going on stage?
I wish it was just you. It isn't.
Then why be an actor?
Some people aren't easily explained. Actually, revise that. Most people aren't easily explained.
It seems like she'd be happier in the studio by herself.
I said the same thing to her.
What did she say?
She's broke.
What drew you to ancient Greece?
Greece cultivated the thoughts and ideas that shaped the Western world, which Rome then conveniently sold door to door at the pointy end of a spear. Still, I love the gods, though. Imagine living in their shadows. So much drama took place on Olympus. I guess the Pantheon was the first theater troupe in a way.
Greece certainly has a very impressive cultural history.
I know. I haven't even gotten to the music or the food.
You're telling me I'll probably gain a few pounds during my visit here.
Only a few? On the behalf of the people of Greece, I'm insulted. If I had a big Greek family, I'd invite you for food and arguments and singing at the end.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it? I'll make it happen one day. You'll see.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Let's see what these things are. Any other notes? Zenia still isn't here. Oh, and Thanos isn't here. But I wanted to say hi. Yeah, I'll call the Hardy Boys later. This is another easy achievement to get, the sailing across the river multiple times achievement. Come on, Nancy, you can do this. Okay, we got the achievement. Okay, now back to the actual game.
Hello.
We need to confront Naobi about the fact that she is counterfeiting, and that will trigger the end of game sequence.
You're counterfeiting, aren't you?
That's a serious accusation.
And that is not a denial. Why?
It's for me, okay?
To sell?
No. For me because I want it. For me because I could have been great.
What do you mean?
I've always been a mimic. Always. And timid. Afraid of my own voice, so I hid.
That's no excuse.
You asked, you listened. There are 3 paintings hanging at the Met that I painted. And I signed the wrong name on each one.
Why would you do that?
Because I had a friend who needed my help, and I helped. I took what little style she had, and I mimicked it. And I hid behind her name and sent it out. I said it was a gift, but it wasn't. I was too afraid to stand alone. I made her, and she left me nothing.
Is that why you went to
Wait,
career full
I was trying to click on the menu button because that's the line that's similar to Anya's line in The Captive Curse. Sorry for breaking the flow of the game.
I play fair if that's what's punished.
So, now you're stealing.
No, I'll never sell these. I know what I am. I'm nothing new. I'm a mimic. This is the best I can do. The art world left me to drown. Let me prove myself to the masters.
I have to report this.
Leave that to me.
I can't.
Then only speak to your closest friends.
Why?
No one else.
Oh, Niobe, showing off the game's fantastic 3-dimensional stuff. Sit still, little vase, and I will draw you. Okay, now maybe this Hardy Boys thing.
Hi, Nancy.
I spoke with Niobe about the forgeries I found.
And?
And she claimed she was too shy to show her work. She released her paintings under a friend's name.
That's hardly a crime. It is strange, though. Wouldn't her friend just admit that happened and sort things out?
Right.
Unless
what?
Unless this so-called friend wanted to keep the credit for her work.
So what? Accuse her of lying?
Think about it. You can either say, yes, these masterworks are not mine. Please send your multi-million-dollar checks to my friend.
Or you could trade a friend for fortune.
That's the story Joe wants to believe, but we don't know if it's true. What we do know is that Niobe is in debt. The bad kind of debt.
How bad are we talking here?
If our sources are correct, she didn't exactly go to the local credit union.
She owes money to someone, shady?
Our sources say she emptied all of her accounts, sold everything she owns, and tried to open a line of credit with a bunch of places. That usually means loan shark. We don't know if we're right. See what she says.
I'll let you go.
Later.
I don't think we can actually talk to her. I think she's going to be gone for the rest of the game. Oh well. Oh hey, Thanos.
Don't get too wrapped up in Gregor's sad stories.
Why not?
Your contacts are not so trustworthy.
Is this your first acting job?
Yes,
Are you nervous?
Hades is the god of death and the underworld. To me, this is not acting.
Is that supposed to be frightening?
To some, men with no imagination fear death. But those with sense can see it for what it is.
And what is that?
Waiting.
For what?
Nothing. Life is the reflection from the surface of the water, and death is the reflection from below the waves.
Are you in character? Is that what this is?
I have no character. I don't pretend. I am myself.
Is that Thanos or Hades?
Hades isn't real, quiet girl. Thanos is. Hello.
Hello.
What do you think of Gregor?
He wants to sit on my shoulder like a parrot telling me what to do.
Should I take away some meaning from that?
little men next to big men when they think they're smarter. He isn't.
Do you know why Gregor's role keeps expanding?
Because Naobi can't act.
He seemed upset when I brought it up.
Did he?
Yeah, I can't quite understand why.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Naobi is afraid of you.
Naobi's fear is not worth a passing thought.
Why not?
It has no shape. It's a map without borders.
Did you know Gregor is using a fake name?
Yes, why is that your business?
I'm just a curious person.
I gathered.
You're not bothered he was holding back information from you?
He plays his part. That's enough.
Molina is upset. Have you spoken to her?
Yes.
What did you say?
Her mood is contagious. Keep a safe distance.
You scared her.
I did. Goodbye.
What did you say?
Yeah, seriously, what did you say, bro?
My friends hit a dead end when looking into your past.
I told you the papers were burned.
You don't seem surprised.
I've been watching you.
Meaning?
Yes, I expected you to check.
So why tell me that story if it wasn't true?
It was true. Like I said, the papers were burned. It's surprising what just goes away if you have the coin for it.
I haven't heard this conversation before. This is all new.
What did you mean when you said
Your contacts have contacts. No one is ever out of reach.
of whom?
Me. Go.
What Molina?
Exactly what she was most afraid to hear.
Which was?
Wouldn't it be funny if the jewel she's chasing ended up in her own pocket?
She wouldn't do that.
I know. I would.
I'm calling the police.
Good. I have many friends in that particular organization.
He has friends in the police,
Talk to you
okay.
later.
Eve.
So there's actually a line about that in the ending of the game. Now that line makes sense, now that I've heard the line in front of it. Gregor's gone, and Zenia is here.
Hey, want to help me out?
Sure.
Great, I was counting on Thanos to be my backup on Lightboard, but he's hard to pin down.
Hard to pin down?
I don't know how he fills his hours, and I'm happy keeping it that way.
So you needed help?
Here are your notes.
You got it.
The Lightboard's backstage. You're a lifesaver.
We have a big problem. I called Molina to let her know I found forged art on display.
You what?
Don't worry. I'm sure she'll understand.
No, she won't. She won't understand. I need her number. I need her number. You have to give it to me.
Whoa, calm down.
No, you don't understand. This is all I have. This job is everything I have. If I lose it, I am dead. Do you understand that? Dead!
You're overreacting.
No, I'm not. I'm reacting. I'm reacting to the news that I just got a big black check mark in the no column for Molina. This might look like nothing to you, but do you know how hard I fought to get it?
I think you need to take a deep breath.
Just please, please, give me the number. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let me make this right. Give it to me.
Look, I'll talk to Molina first.
Just tell her to call me. She has the number. Tell her I just want to explain myself.
I will, but I think you're blowing this out of proportion.
Just do it. Do it or admit you've ruined my life.
Ease up. Take a deep breath.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Just please, okay? Please. Please.
I will do what I can.
Okay, so everybody's calling her a drama queen. And let me get back to solving puzzles.
I need to get all the light cues in.
I can actually solve this one now. So that's good. So okay, so it's going to be blue. Do you guys want me to explain this puzzle while I'm solving it? Like those are the letters are colors. So B is blue, A is aqua, W is white. Duh. Why did I mess up now? Blue 1, aqua. Oh, I mixed up 3 and 4. Okay. Second cue is Demeter's Descent. So that's this one here. Oh. Purple is 3. Number 3 is the last one in the scene, so that's this one. I believe that's how this one goes. Red, yellow, orange. So it's 4, 2, 1, 3, 3. 4, 2, 1, 3, 3. This one's easier because everything is in clockwise fashion. Same with this one, A, G, W, W, G. So that's aqua, green, white, white, green. It was D, right? D, it was D, and it's going to be 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Finally, we have this one. Blue, white, purple, and white. So it's 2, 3, no. It's 2 and 5.
Looks like I need to reset the breaker.
Ho, ho, ho. Check this out. And who's using the lift and checking out this priceless Greek vase? Switching it with a fake, I see.
Whoa, this isn't good.
And now we pause. We pause for a commercial break. What? No, we've already had enough commercial breaks. So we need to...
Nancy, I honestly don't have the time. See if someone else has time.
Boring. Oh, wait. I know what we need to do. We need to get the... we need to check out that vase that Gregor was testing out. Not 100% obvious here would be my complaint. That particular puzzle... So now we're getting a black light, so we can test that particular... did it wrong. Back away, back away. We're getting this black light.
Come in handy.
Oh man, so everybody's saying the cute boy is the culprit. Yes, it looks like cute boy Gregor is working with Naobi. Naobi makes the artwork, Gregor sells it. But let's confirm this.
I need to test the base Gregor moved.
Good, good, good.
It's fake.
Bum, 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 bum. That one's fake. And so now we need to confront Gregor about the fact that he is a fakey McFakerson liar, jerky McJerk not nice, and I forgot the Easter egg. Use the black light here. Deus Ex Machina. Yes. Run, 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 run. Nancy, run, 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 run. people are saying that cute boys are always the culprit. Yep.
Hey, you.
Don't hey you, hey me.
You're swapping out the artifacts with copies, and that list, that's who you're selling to.
Nancy, up until now, you could have just left.
I can't let you steal the art.
I am not your problem now. Thanos is.
He won't find out unless you tell him.
He's watching. He's always watching. I'm sorry.
Thanos and his mafia contacts. I'm still going to try to call Frank and Joe. Still trying to find that one conversation.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I thought there was another conversation with them. Like, before they made this game, you know, they and they showed the guy who plays Joe.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Recording his lines, and he was saying some funny line about playing Candy Crush or something like that, and I thought it was hilarious, but I haven't found it in the actual game itself, so yeah. Speaking of things I haven't really done, well, Curran is the best ferryman in this actual game. Best ferryman, so cool. But something I haven't done is read Nancy's diary. So let's read this from beginning to end. Or should we save that for the end? I'll save that for later, okay? Because other stuff is going to happen. Right. We need Naobi to appear, which means we have to do this.
It is decided.
No! That is out of the question!
You have forgotten who you are, the role you play.
I know exactly who I am. I am the one who creates, and I can destroy what I make.
Oh!
I can destroy all of it!
Oh my.
And where does that leave you?
With every broken piece, your value plummets. I've never liked you. Give that some thought.
Are you okay?
No,
What happened?
they can't have my work. Not now. Not with what they're planning.
Who? What are they planning?
You ate the seeds. I wanted to keep you safe, but you did, and there's nothing I can do. They know you know.
It's true. You are forging art. You're going to swap it for the real work.
The real art will be gone long before the curtain drops.
This is where you staged your forgeries, isn't it?
You know I have bad people coming after me. You know who they listen to? Thanos. This was about survival, not money.
I need you to help me.
I will, and I have. I had something for you. I panicked and dropped it near the flowers on stage. Be fast. Don't get caught.
Yep, okay, so drama, Thanos is the one who is forcing Gregor and Naobi to work in this insidious plot. Thanos is best culprit.
What's up?
No?
Later.
Bye.
Okay, fine. Well, in any case, Naobi left us something by the stage, so let's go get it. I wonder if it's a birthday present. Oh, she left it here.
Stay back.
Dang it, Nancy! Clumsy. Clumsy. And now I'm in jail. Way to go, Nan.
Gregor, help!
Nancy, are you okay?
Yes, get me out.
Shh. Thanos is nearby.
Look, Nancy, I'm not a bad guy.
Then get me out of this cage.
I'm in over my head here. We both are. Naobi, too.
Tell me what you mean.
I have this friend. He told me to come act in a play, 10 grand in a week. Show up, do what you're told, don't ask questions. I'm not stupid enough to believe in free money. But these people are dangerous.
I need your help.
Look, I can't get caught helping you. Find your way out. When you do, find the boatman. I'll leave something for you in his hand.
Gregor, wait!
Okay, there is a monster spider in my room right now, and I am kind of freaking out. And why is there a spider so close to my head?
I need to get this open.
This is a spider puzzle.
I need to free the spider from the web.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think it was this one over here, and then this one way over there. And that's 9. Okay, go back to the ceiling. I honestly need something to get rid of this spider. Sorry about this, everybody. This is why I don't do live streams. I know, I've got my pants. Okay. Where are they? See, last night Mary had a Halloween thing, so she's dressed up like Princess Elsa for Halloween, like half of the girls in her school. And so she kind of ruined my pants because she has a sparkly princess dress for Halloween, and she got sparkles all over my pants. So I used those broken sparkly pants to to get rid of the spider. Okay. Frank and Joe, can you help us now? Wait, I bet they can't.
I'm not answering my phone right now. Feel free to leave your best guess as to why not after the beep.
Joe, you're an awful person.
Locked. They must really want me stuck down here.
Let me see. I'm going to line up my info for this next puzzle, because this next puzzle is killer.
Something tells me these VIPs aren't just season ticket holders.
So you put these two things together. In order to solve this puzzle, it's
Need
just...
to arrange the gods correctly.
So they're in order according to their Latin names, not their Greek names. So that's what could throw you off. So first we have Zeus, the big guy, followed by Athena, his favorite daughter. Athena is his favorite because he gave birth to her. So she has a little lightning bolt, and she has an owl. Then we have Mars, or Ares, followed by Diana. So Mars is going to have a helmet. Diana is this one. Diana is going to be hunting, so I think that's hunting. And she's hunting a deer. Aphrodite is going to be here. Aphrodite has a mirror. And on the end, we're going to have Poseidon. So then this guy must be Hermes, because he's the only one I don't have so far. Okay, people are talking about where should the next Nancy Drew game take place? Korea, Brazil, New Mexico, Cuba. I'd kind of like to see her go back to the United States. She's been out of the country for some time now. She could solve a mystery in Chicago. Chicago's an interesting city. And this is a puzzle. So 72914 is the activation code. I like how Thanos just takes a while to step over the gate. Just to make it more obvious, oh, by the way, there are gates here. Put them up. Ooh, Massachusetts. That could be interesting. Nancy's already been to the Caribbean. I don't think she's been to Africa. Her father has been to Africa. Didn't he go to Ouagadougou and Nairobi during the Secret of the Scarlet Hand?
Cute trick.
You better get used to being in a cage.
No, I don't think I will. You should get used to the world underground.
New York. Nancy's been to the state of New York twice, so I mean, I don't think she'll do another game. A Spanish game would be nice. I kind of wish they would release a game in Spanish, and then I would do a video walkthrough for it, because I know Spanish somewhat. I can translate from Spanish to English. I'm not so good at translating from English to Spanish. But they have the games in Russian and French, and I don't know how to speak Russian or French, so I can't play those. You know, if I did, I would play those games in those languages, because it'd be fun.
You'll never see the sun again.
That's pretty confident for a man trapped in a cage.
Caged like an animal, perhaps? Like a mad hound, my eyes searching wildly for the weak seams of my captivity. Blood still wet on my teeth.
Still trapped in a cage.
How many heads did Cerberus have? 3? I am but one of 3, and I will not be caged for long.
Okay, Nancy's been to Washington, D.C. Kentucky and Boston would be interesting. She did go to San Francisco, game number 3, Message in a Haunted Mansion. I am completely forgetting what it is, but with Nancy Drew number 30, there was a contest. It was a couple of years ago. It was basically, you would decide, basically they held a contest for Nancy Drew number 30, and they said, you know, the winner of the contest got to pick where Nancy goes in that game, and New Zealand was one of the things on the list. The person picked New Zealand. I forget what the other countries were on the list. I mean, I forget what they were at this point, because it was several years ago. But it would be interesting if somebody like found that contest and looked up all that information again. Estoy más o menos. Ahora tengo los marbles. How do you say puzzle in Spanish? I don't know how you say puzzle in Spanish. Los misterios.
One of these stones weighs more than the others. I need to figure out which one.
So I'll just solve this puzzle. Graceland. We could go to Graceland, I suppose. What would Nancy do in Graceland? I mean, visit Elvis's place, obviously, but what else can we do in Graceland? Alaska, that would be interesting. India, yeah, that'd be interesting too. She has gone to Japan. I've read the one book where she goes to Alaska. That's actually a 2-part book. It's okay. It really should have been a 1 book rather than a 2-part book. That's my main problem with it.
This isn't good.
And basically the culprit at the end was mean. The hilarious part is that the culprit at the end, the culprit gives the big speech about, yes, I was the one who arranged to have that giant thing fall on you, and I was the one who pushed you overboard, and I was the one who knocked your bagel on the floor. And I'm wait, what? The culprit knocked Nancy's breakfast bagel on the floor? That was part of the culprit's evil plan? What is this? That's ridiculous. That was my favorite part of the book, where it just got super ridiculous. That's one of those Nancy Drew books where the culprit is somebody who wants to get revenge on Nancy for something she did in a previous book. But here's the fun part. There was no previous book. It was just saying this culprit's like, hey, I want to get revenge on you because of XYZ, and we've never heard of XYZ before. That never happened in a Nancy Drew book. So instead of having a repeat culprit, it's
Making a real art out during the production.
Let me explain. Okay, so it'd be like if this game, if Thanos was like, Nancy, I'm doing this to get revenge because you caught me in Britain 2 years ago, got me thrown in jail for 6 months. I mean, it makes sense that the culprit's trying to get revenge on Nancy, but it doesn't make sense because we don't know why they're getting revenge. We've never seen this story before. It would be so much more effective if, say, it was a culprit from a previous book back for revenge. Like in Nancy Drew number 20, game number 20. Ooh, Korea, Antarctica, Brazil. Not Nancy's bagel. Not Nancy's bagel. Why?
Zenia, did you bring me here? Yes. Thanos trapped me here.
I know. And I know you don't really believe I'll help you.
It's not too late to turn back. You're not like them.
Of course I'm not. I'm smarter. I've got Naobi under my thumb, Thanos wrapped around my finger, and my heel on your throat.
What about Gregor?
Someone has to take the fall. He figured that out. But it's too late. I'm too many steps ahead. With good behavior, he'll find his cut waiting for him in 20 years. If he's smart. If not, he'll be keeping you company down here.
What do you intend to do to me?
It's funny how no one remembers the end of Persephone's story. She came into Hades a trembling maiden, but in Hades, she became the queen of death. Me? I've
always paused in the middle of my sentence. Why did my game freeze?
always been the queen.
So Zenia is the culprit. Everyone's the culprit in this game. Surprise! And is that blood on Nancy's fetter? Ooh, that's not good. Let's get out of here. No, I'm gonna stare at Nancy's little toes. Hi, Nancy.
I bet these rings spell something.
Yeah, you're always making bets, Nancy. Okay, so this word from top to bottom is agora, which is Greek for marketplace. We saw it in the puzzle when you're making the temples. It's at a bustling agora, so that's that word. Ionic was also in that puzzle.
Finally, time to put a stop to their production.
So we've got several puzzles here, and we've got the mystery
They
machine.
might be using that van to smuggle the art out.
Yeah, like I would put mystery machine on the side. It's totally the Scooby-Doo van. But yeah, Nancy is not wearing her mom jeans for once.
Whoa, Gregor must be pretty certain the plan's falling apart.
So Nancy, I don't know. I was going to say something about the Nancy Drew books, but then I forgot. I bet I can solve this puzzle quickly.
It looks like matching the pieces to the vases will raise the stones.
Yeah, Nancy's posture probably was awkward, and it probably hurt her a lot. So wait a minute, we need to get blue into rotation here. So the way to do that is by putting yellow to the side and then putting blue up. Yeah, so Hades has this awesome throne, which is decorated and awesome, and then Persephone's throne is like, oh, great, now I need a second throne. Okay, fine, I'll put it here.
I can't get it open.
Nancy's gotten lost on camping trips multiple times. Book number 6 of the Nancy Drew File series and book number 6 of the Nancy Drew Diaries series. Apparently, book number 6 is the one where she gets attacked by bears or something.
If I follow Gregor's clues, I should be able to figure out where to place the seeds.
Alrighty, I could solve this on my own, or I could just cheat my way through this puzzle. You guys let me decide. I mean, I'll let you guys decide if you want me to just jump to the end of the puzzle or not. This has to be red. What? No, 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 that one had to be red. I don't like this anymore. Okay. That's yellow. That's pink. Okay, got that. We have 1 vote for cheating. Oh dear. All right, so my cheating board says that's where the reds go. And they say also I've got a thing of reds over here on the left. Oh, really? That's not pink? Oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean. That's a mean trick. So this can't be yellow. This must be brown, which means this one is yellow. And then 3 pinks, 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm getting out of that. This is a yellow. This has to be a yellow, making this one a pink. Oh, more people are saying cheat. Okay, yep, everybody's a culprit. And somebody's saying Nancy should get eaten by a frog. I don't think Nancy should get eaten by a frog. I think I don't know where this is coming from. Nancy is a good girl. She's not a girl that gets eaten by. Alrighty, so I'm just doing this technique of if I can't figure it out on my own, I'll cheat. But if I can figure something out on my own, I'll do it. Red, red. And then this is going to be, ooh, that's a mean area. Okay. Some of these, I believe, you just have to guess in order to figure it out. Yellow, yellow. That has a brown. That's next to a red. That one's next to a yellow. This, yeah. Pink and pink. Ooh, okay. So my cheating tells me there's a row of pinks here. Okay, so those are all the pinks. This puzzle takes a while to solve, even if you're cheating. So, yeah. Red, red, and then these must be yellow, yellow, and then this is nothing but red. So it's 1, 2, 3 reds there. That's yellow, yellow. Okay, this has a yellow. This has a red, and the final thing is going to be brown. Oh yeah, well, somebody has suggested a great way to quote-unquote cheat. Take pictures. Oh, come on. No, no. Oh. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that would happen. Wow. Okay. That was, yeah. That was killer. Okay, now I'm just going to go full out cheat mode because you saw me try to solve the puzzle legitimately and then I just failed. Oh man, that was pretty bad. Messing up the second to last puzzle. So I'm just going to do all the reds here. Maybe that will make this puzzle go a little bit faster. Going by color from color to color. Yeah. I can't believe I was just one away from the puzzle, and then the puzzle just said, oh, you wanted to reset. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I can handle this. Another way to quote-unquote cheat with this puzzle is just die over and over again. Like, do random guessing and mark down the guesses which are correct. And eventually you'll get everything. So here we just have a bunch of browns just peppered throughout the board. Really, we have mostly yellows. Okay. There. How did Molina get through that without being stuck on this puzzle? I don't know. Not Molina, Zenia.
Intermission is over. Please return to your seats.
I need to catch them before the show ends. I better hurry.
So that entire thing, the play was taking place during that entire puzzle. And I find it interesting that we have these extensive sets for the play. Apparently, these sets weren't used during the play because Nancy was here. I mean, granted, it's possible that we had a big scenes take place in the areas where Nancy wasn't, but yeah.
I don't need to use that right now.
Yes, you do. Nancy, you do.
The connection is down. I need to get the signal back up. I need to fully charge the signal.
Somebody in the studio audience said, the show must not go on. I don't know. I just find it interesting that they put on half the play, apparently, while Nancy was just running around downstage, and she didn't mess up the play in the slightest.
All right. The lift should be working again now.
All right, so time for Nancy to escape and interrupt the play. Like, don't we have the script for the play somewhere? Did Nancy just throw out Zenia's script? She did. Nancy, why did you throw out the script? What is this madness?
I beg you, Hermes, bring her back to me.
Dear Demeter, it is out of my grasp.
Think carefully, girl.
Hades, take her away.
Sorry, Zenia. There's been a last-minute script change.
Have you lost your mind? Let her speak, daughter.
A daring art heist will not be seen in this evening's production. Instead, a killer, mastermind, grifter, and lost artist will tell the tale of how they almost stole an entire collection of rare art.
She's lying.
That's for the audience and the police to decide. Hermes, How does this story end?
In some versions, the dark forces of the underworld prevail, but not today.
Dear Ned, the world premiere of Persephone in Winter was surprisingly well received. Although now that most of the cast is in custody, I doubt there will be an encore performance anytime soon. After initial investigation, authorities now believe Zenia began selling stolen art during college. You could say she was something of a prodigy, I guess. Through connections she made selling stolen art, she was eventually introduced to Kronos, and by extension, Thanos. From there, the heist took shape. Zenia orchestrated the operation, and Thanos scared off anyone and everyone who would get in the way. When Molina couldn't be chased away, she was sent on a wild goose chase to track down jewelry that had never gone missing in the first place. The only hitch in their production was, well, me. The outcome of Zenia's trial is still unknown, but I have a strong hunch we're going to be in for a very long winter. Thanos was taken into custody along with the rest of the cast, but it appears he did actually have some friends in the local police force. He's on the network's radar, and they hope to bring him to justice soon. Gregor is currently serving time for his part in the attempted heist. With Thanos on the loose, jail may be the safest place for Gregor to be. He wrote me to say he's spending his time setting aside the many characters he's played, and for once focusing on the man he'd like to become once he's released. If the rumors I heard about his plea deal are to be believed, I'd say he's off to a wonderful start. Naobi admitted her part in the heist and was sentenced to probation and work release. Although she won't admit it, Naobi firmly believes Gregor's plea deal led to her light sentence. She may have lost her place in the art world, but it seems she's finding her place in the real world. For Molina, it turned out that a foiled art heist is the best possible way to advertise a new exhibit. When the crowds came, Molina was ready, and life in ancient Greece was a resounding hit. Attendance levels are at an all-time high, and Molina couldn't be happier. After leaving Greece, I met up with Frank and Joe, and we concocted a heist of our own. I can't share all of the details, but it involves smuggling out one of Emerson's priceless Nickersons during semester break. I could tell you more, but I'd hate to ruin the surprise. Love, Nancy. P.S. I'm serious. Pack a bag, unlock your windows, and burn this letter immediately.
I like how Nancy just includes random pictures of Greece which weren't in the game. And yeah, the title of the game, maybe it doesn't have so much to do with the game, but I like the title of the game, Labyrinth of Lies. You have to wade your way through a maze of lies. And Labyrinth is Greek, so, I mean, Labyrinth is a Greek thing, so that's why it's a good title. So who developed the hydraulic system? I've got this. Who developed the hydraulic system? Let's go with this. Nope. Okay. Fine. Okay, we'll try again until we get this trivia right. Panakas. Yay! Hooray! Ho ho! Alrighty. So that's the end of the game. Hey everybody, hope you liked it. Let's see the preview for the next game.
Long ago, in Iceland's longest night, when volcanic ash blanketed the world in darkness and terror, a starving village was spared by the wreck of one lost ship. Centuries later, the ship has returned, unmanned and unmoored, flying across the crashing sea. Join me on my next adventure. Sea of Darkness.
What I should do is I should take that picture of Nancy interrupting the play and just recolor it and say she's going as Princess Elsa for Halloween, because apparently that's the costume to be this year. There were at least 7 different Elsas at the Halloween thing at Mary's school yesterday. Oh, hey, thanks for watching it. Glad you liked it, everybody. I like this game. It's a good game. What do you guys think? Is it a good game? Yes, it's a good game. Better than that previous one, Shattered Medallion. I like it because the end just keeps going. You know, if this was a Nancy Drew game, the game would have ended with, if this was a game from 10 years ago, it would have ended with Nancy trapping Thanos in the cage. But instead, it just keeps going. So I like that. I like that. And then Zenia becomes a culprit. I like it. So the game takes place in Iceland. Somebody's asking how we know that Iceland. Nancy says Iceland in the culprit. That's how we know Iceland. It takes place in Iceland. In Iceland's gloomy, dark past. That's like the first thing she says. Oh, somebody says, meh. The game was meh. Somebody else gives it a 7.5, and I'm leaning towards like a 10 out of 10. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the game, which is so wrong with the game that I should take away a point. And it paused again. Wow, our scores are all over the place. 9 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 8.5. I don't know. I gave Shattered Medallion something like a 6 or a 7. So I really think this one should be boosted up to like a 9 or so. I don't have like any direct... I basically just make up my scoring system as I go along, as opposed to having it thought out. Flirty Gregor. Man, look at those. Oh my. Happy Naobi. Oh, now we have a 10 out of 10, a 7.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9, 8.6, 9.3 out of 10. That's very specific. 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10 because it's not your favorite. Okay. Okay, marshmallows. Marshmallows. We have marshmallow scenery. 10 out of 10. Somebody says I should look at Facebook. No. Not while I'm live on the internet. Thanos should kidnap Ned, and that will be the plot of the next game. So very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my live stream of Nancy Drew, number 31, Labyrinth of Lies. Let's switch it back to me. Hey, guys, I'm back. So do we have any questions or anything before we end this video live stream? How long have we been going? We've been going for about 3 hours. 3 hours sounds about right. So any final questions, thoughts, or anything? I'll just sit here and wait. Let me see. I wonder which Nancy Drew book this game is based on. Let's actually look it up now. Nancy Drew. I actually have that book here. What was that ting sound? I heard a ting sound. I thought that was the stop recording sound. Okay. No, I don't want to go to the Nancy Drew website. Where's Wikipedia? Wikipedia usually says what book a game is based on, although not always. It's one of the yellow paperback games, I thought. Okay. Let me look for book then. I have no idea which book this game is based on. I'm so confused. People are asking what my favorite game is. Let's go with this one. Yeah! This is probably one of my favorites. Either this or Ghost of Thornton Hall is probably my favorite of the recent games. Yep, probably. Let's see. Where's that one Nancy Drew book? Danger for Hire. So many Nancy Drew books. Here we go. So I thought it would be this one, Greek Odyssey. Nancy goes to Greece. I thought maybe this would be the game, the book the game would be based off of, but it's not. Looks like this is part of a series, Rendezvous of Rome. Nancy's being attacked by like this crazy monster-looking guy. Jeez. That's scary. That's scary. I'll just put these back on the ground. So I recently got a chunk of old Nancy Drew books, so that's why I was asking which game, because I wanted to see if I actually had the book. I don't think any of the books have a name like Nancy Goes to Greece and Gets Attacked at a Museum. Yeah, no. And you know what? Maybe this game wasn't based off a book. I don't mind if it's not based off a book. I mean, it doesn't bother me. If the story's interesting, it's interesting. It doesn't have to be based off a book in order to be interesting. Like, Creature of Kapu Cave, that was a good book, but the game is nothing like the book, and I feel that's bad news for the game. Trail of the Twister, awful book. Awful book. 0 out of 10. The culprit in that game has magical powers that allow him to predict when and where tornadoes will strike. And that's a major plot point. And Nancy gets sucked up into a level 10 tornado, I believe, in the EF10, and she just survives miraculously. I don't know. Read my review or watch my review for that. Nancy Drew, Mystery in Tornado Alley. You can hear me complain about that book for ages on ages. I wonder if I have it here. Let's see. Yep, I do. Of course I do. So these two books. Awful books. Awful books. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Neither book is worth reading. But my review for the book is worth watching because it's just hilarious. Because I just make so much fun of these horrible, horrible books. So any other questions? I have a lot of books. I have got over 100 Nancy Drew books right now, so that's good. People are talking about what they're having for lunch. Could I do an Agatha Christie game? I keep meaning to play an Agatha Christie game. It's on the list of games to play. It's just I've got a list of over 30 games. I'm sure I'll eventually get to it. Do I like fried makeup? No. Could I'm actually trying to make a game right now. I probably shouldn't say too much about it, but there are plans for me to make a mystery game. I've got a couple of mystery games I'm making right now, so stay tuned. I'm sure I'll probably post videos of it on my channel if I actually do make a game. And if the game never gets made, I'll guess I won't. I don't know. So what's my least favorite Nancy Drew game? Probably I go with Kapu Cave or Secret of the Scarlet Hand, although now that I've replayed Secret of the Scarlet Hand a couple of times, it's better than I originally thought. But my first impression of this game was just awful. Where did I get my hoodie? I got this on the internet. It was a Christmas present, I think. Will there be any crossover games between Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew? I don't know if Nancy Drew will be in the Hardy Boys game or if they'll actually make the Hardy Boys game. Do I have a crush on Dexter Egan? No, I don't. My favorite character in this game, You know, that's one of the downsides of this game, I think, is that we don't talk to Thanos very often, talk to Zenia very often. So they're the culprit masterminds, and they don't really have much of a role in the game. Naobi and Gregor are the ones that get the most screen time. So I don't really like Naobi that much. She's interesting, but she's well developed, but I don't really care about her tragic backstory. So I'm going with Gregor. Gregor's probably my favorite character. None of the books are good. There are plenty of Nancy Drew books that are good. Let me see if I can find some. Secret of the Old Clock is good. Hidden Staircase and Bungalow Mystery. Those are both good books. That's book number 2 and book number 3. So those are the easy ones to find. Gosh, I haven't even read any of those. This book, the newest book in the series, this was surprisingly good. I wouldn't give it a perfect score, but it was surprisingly good, especially compared to the other books in the series, which have been a huge letdown so far. This one, I've told everybody loves this one. This book is basically like a 10 out of 10 on everybody's list. So here, let me read the description. Unless you want to read the description for yourselves. I can't see if the description can be read. So this is, Ned takes Nancy out for a special romantic dinner, but when he asks her to marry him, she turns him down. That's right, Ned proposes. That's the premise. Everybody loves it. So the next night, Ned announces his engagement to the new girl in River Heights, Jessica Thorne. Nancy is hurt and suspicious. Jessica goes out of her way to make friends with Nancy. She invites her to go skydiving, and when Nancy's shoot fails, Jessica saves her life. Still, Nancy is determined to uncover the secret of Jessica's past and her true relationship with Ned before the final knot is tied. So my girlfriend read this book, or fiance now. She loved this book. Everybody loves this book. I've had people recommend this to me. They're like, Michael, skip straight to this book. Other books people like, number 30, Death by Design. It was made into the game Danger by Design. Much better than Danger by Design. So it's basically, it's Danger by Design minus the subplot about Noisette Tornade, which just came out of nowhere. It was strange. That was what I didn't like about Danger by Design too. Okay, so now I've got all my books out of order. More questions. Why am I trapped on these one? How long have I been playing Nancy Drew games? 2004, 2003. No paint on the walls? Nope, these walls, this particular room used to belong to a tenant. That's why. Oh man, so many questions. Okay. Scariest game is probably Ghost of Thornton or The Shadow at the Water's Edge. They're both pretty scary. Easiest Nancy Drew game. Probably Creature of Kapu Cave. None of those puzzles are particularly stand out as difficult. Will I ever come to England? Maybe, maybe not. Katie and I are still deciding what to do for our honeymoon. We are probably going to try to do a cruise somewhere. I don't know how much cruises cost. They probably cost more than I expect, and it'll probably be awful. Yeah, and I'll get seasick. But that seems like a good idea. I was also thinking that, gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So there's a Nancy Drew convention every year, and I think this next one is Hawaii, so that would be nice to go. Yeah, there's a Nancy Drew book where she goes to Hawaii, one of the original books where she goes to Hawaii. It was written like the year after Hawaii became part of the United States, so it's like, check out the newest state, Hawaii. Yay! So, you know, I'm surprised they didn't make the game off of that, other than, I'm surprised they didn't make Creature of Kapu Cave based off of that, because that was a pretty good, I haven't read it, but I presume it's good. I haven't done any Walking Dead things. Wedding preparations are going fine. My mother is visiting one of the wedding reception places right now today. Favorite character of all time. So that, let's go with Nancy Drew. I should play Myst. I played Myst, but I cheated. Yeah, I didn't really like it, and so I cheated. And then the ending made no sense because I skipped pretty much all of the game. I don't have a crush on Nancy Drew anymore. Do I collect Hardy Boys books? No. Here's one Hardy Boys book I've got. I got this from the library. So this is the Lazarus plot. So basically the Hardy Boys find Joe's old girlfriend. Okay. Let's get to the interesting stuff. So there are evil scientists trying to take over the world, right? And our Hardy Boys break into their lab, and the evil scientists are creating superhuman clones. And so they have Hardy Boys clones who attack the Hardy Boys. And it sounds like a ridiculous. So that's what I want to read. My favorite YouTuber. I like my YouTuber. I like my YouTube channel. I just don't watch it. That's all. Which villain would I like to return? I wouldn't mind if Wayne Powers reappeared, although that's kind of silly. I was expecting that Anya Mittelmeier from The Captive Curse would reappear because she said she would reappear. Now, if any, you know, Thanos, it might be interesting to see him reappear. I'm thinking of the recent games. I wouldn't want to see, like, the Silent Spies. I didn't particularly like that culprit. Ghost of Thornton Hall really wasn't much of a culprit to that one. Yeah, I don't know. See, the problem with having a villain reappear is you have to balance it between a villain that's somewhat recent. Yeah, because if they pick like a villain from game number 3, that's just like, why is Message in the Haunted Mansion's villain reappearing now? So people are, people are excited about the idea of Ned proposing to someone other than Nancy. Weirdest Nancy Drew book? Don't know. There have been some weird ones. Future Nancy Drew fan fictions. I was thinking about doing a Nancy Drew fan fiction. One where an alternate ending to this game where the culprit is actually Anya, because I don't know why. I've been to Idaho. They have potatoes there. You know, for weirdest Nancy Drew book, I'm going to go with Nancy Drew and the Chocolate Covered Mystery, which is basically just Nancy Drew and the Chocolate Factory. It's based on Willy Wonka and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I mean. It's based on that book, and it's actually a really good book. It's just weird that they would base it off of that's a weird premise for a Nancy Drew mystery to me. That's all I'm saying. First Nancy Drew game I ever played was Nancy Drew Haunted Carousel. I have never been to Holland. I'm getting lost here in these questions here. The most attractive character in the Nancy Drew game. You know, I think I'll go with Bess, just because that's a character that all the guys are apparently in love with. So I'll go with that. Who is the character that... Were there any other characters that everybody else just sort of fell in love with? I can't think of any. My first impression of Nancy Drew, you know, I liked the game. It was good. Will I ever play another Mystery Case Files game? I have 2 more Mystery Case File games that I've purchased. So they're on the list of games to play. The 13th Skull and Fate's Carnival. So I should probably get to that. I'm thinking I'll probably, because they're going to release a new one in Thanksgiving, so I'll probably just try to play the new one as soon as possible. How's that? I know there are a bunch of people on YouTube that, you know, play video games as soon as they come out. Like my friend Yor Gibbs, he plays a bunch of games as soon as they come out. I don't. I can never win the battle of who's the first one to beat the game. It's only Nancy Drew where I try to beat the game as soon as it comes out. With all the other games, I'm usually playing games like months after they were released. When will the wedding take place? That's a secret. Next year. Okay. Oh my, I jumped ahead. Okay. See, the thing is, it's like, okay, what's the next set of comments, questions, and it sends 50 of them. For a scaredy cat, what Nancy Drew game would be best to play? Ooh, I don't know. Ask somebody else. The most tame, unscary game. Maybe number 25, Alibi in Ashes. I might suggest that, because once you get past the opening stuff of the fire, there's really very little danger. Favorite game? I've got a list of favorite games. I really should play MC Kids. You know, the McDonald's game for the NES. I love that. Warnings at Waverly Academy is one of my favorite Nancy Drew games, along with Curse of Blackmore Manor. I also like of these recent new ones. This Labyrinth of Lies so far is proving itself to be a favorite. I also like The Deadly Device. Just for some reason, I really like that game, even though I can tell there are problems with the game, and I can see why other people might not like it as much, but I just like it. If I could make a Nancy Drew game, what would it be about? You know, that's what I'm trying to think about for my mystery game that I'm trying to make. It's I thought maybe the IRS mystery, because Katie, my fiance, she works for the IRS, so I thought it'd be something like somebody steals Nancy Drew's identity, and so Nancy gets called to the IRS to fix that up. And while she's there, Nancy gets audited, and she uncovers a mystery. But I'm mainly doing this because Katie said, Michael, you should have a game with a puzzle where, like, you try to balance somebody's, IRS form to get like a percentage gross income of 15% to fall into that range from between 15 and 20. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. That sounds like a complicated puzzle. And on the other hand, that does sound like that could be an interesting premise. Okay, and other people are saying they have to go. Okay, so somebody has to say goodbye. Sorry, see you later. Do I like Mexico? I've never been to Mexico, but that's a type of Spanish I know, Mexican Spanish, as opposed to Spain Spanish. So like Spain Spanish, the word to shave would be like afeitarse, with afeita meaning beard. I forget what they use in Mexico. They don't use that word. They have a different word for shaving. What? There was a Nancy Drew cartoon. There was a Nancy Drew. I haven't seen it yet. I know, I'm a horrible person. The Nancy Drew TV show, the 1995 one, I've got reviews of 4 episodes on my channel. It was an interesting enough show. It wasn't really that good. You could tell it was very low quality production, as in they didn't have a lot of money, but they were good about creating a spooky atmosphere and spooky sets. And Nancy was clever at times, but the acting is not very good. Yeah. Do I wish they showed Nancy's face in the games? I'm fine without seeing what Nancy's face looks like. Jacques Cousteau. Oh yeah, Jacques. Yes, he was. He had the accent. Yeah. And Dylan Carter, he was also a fan favorite. And also the Dave Gregory, he was also a fan favorite. Attractive boy, male characters, I should say. Shattered Medallion isn't that scary. Yep. Just the scene where George almost falls and dies. That's the only scary thing. What character do I dislike the most? I like to dislike the culprit in Secret of the Scarlet Hand. That's a fun character to dislike. But it's the culprit, so you're supposed to dislike that. Do I watch Doctor Who? Nope. Maybe a Nancy Drew game Ghana or Elena. Haven't seen that. Shattered Medallion is, I liked it. Most people are saying, no, that's not very good. Scary Game, Ghost of Thornton Hall. Whoa. People are making comments faster than I can read them. Oh, Ganya or Kenya. Kenya makes more sense, not Lenya. All right, somebody's talking about Professor Layton #3. You know, I've just finished Professor Layton #6, and I feel kind of bad for the way it ended because it's a prequel trilogy. So their way to avoid having any continuity issues is basically, we're going to get rid of all the characters and nobody's ever going to talk about them ever again. And that was really a shame because we've had 3 games with these characters that they've built up that are interesting now here because we don't want to break continuity. I've never been to Kentucky, actually. I wanted to go to Kentucky. I was going to go to Kentucky and then Tennessee, but I didn't. Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, I believe. Yeah, those were the 3. But I didn't. Instead, I went southwest to Texas instead because I have relatives in Texas. And I'm closer related to my relative in Texas than the one in Georgia. Actually, the one in Georgia was sick, so that's why I couldn't visit her. Is there going to be another Layton Brothers game? I hope there is. I wish I could record it and play it. I did a walkthrough for it for Game FAQs, so I could solve the game quickly. Game reviews, I've got a bunch of Nancy Drew game reviews which are half written. I've got one for this game right now. I've got Creature of Kapu Cave, Secret of Scarlet Hand, The Silent Spy also. So I have like half-written reviews for those. I really need to just sit down and finish them. But the thing is, I feel like I should replay the game while writing the review, and that's what's taking me so long. Which Nancy Drew character am I most like? I have no idea. Let's go with George. I like George. Yeah, for shave, rasuar. Yeah, so the Mexican word for shave would be, they use a razor. It's basically a rasor. So as opposed to afeita, which is Spain. I haven't seen the Hardy Boys Nancy Drew TV series. I went to saw one episode, and then it started with last time on Nancy Drew Hardy Boys, blah, 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 blah. And I had no idea what was going on. So, favorite Nancy Drew game? Let's go with this one for now. That's my favorite out of the last 3 or 4, probably. I'm not going to play Epic Mickey. Eventually, that game just was dead to me because the camera is just awful. Do I have any weird talents? I do YouTube videos. That's kind of weird. Am I going to do any more RPG casts? I was going to do an RPG cast based on the final book in the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys Super Mystery Series, not Operation, but it's Process of Elimination. So I was going to do that with my friends Nathaniel, Paul, and Michael. I need to write that out, and then I need to, make some time so I could do it with all of them. Any speed runs soon? So I have a speed run for Nancy Drew, The Deadly Device, which is actually on this computer. Hooray! Let me actually look up how fast that speed run was. So it's actually on this. I'm trying to get my speedrun approved by the official speedrun, website, speeddemosarchive.net, I believe. So I want to get it approved by them. So if it gets approved by them, great. It'll be up on their website. I'll do commentary for it and everything. If they say, no, we don't like it, fine. I'll just put it up here on YouTube, and I'll do commentary for it and everything. Looks like it's still loading the speedrun information. Do I play any sports? I should get back into hockey, although it just costs a lot of money to get all the equipment when you're going from nowhere. Let me see. Bowling is the other sport I'm really good at, but bowling is so far away. I can't really burp my ABC. Shout out to whoever wanted a shout out. We're wondering about recording the wedding. It would be way too much of a pain to live stream it, but it would probably be not too tough to have somebody record it and just throw the video online afterwards. I play video games for a living. Yeah, that's my job now. No, I mean, like I said, I'm making these video games, and I hope they will make me some money. I hope they do, but, you know, if they don't, they don't. You know, I feel like these games are going to be more like, this is your first time making games, and so they're not going to be good, not like super good. I hope they're good, but I feel it's going to have a lot of amateurishness to it, just because I'm just doing it for the first time. I don't know what I'm doing. So the speed run that I did, the final length is 55 minutes, 47 seconds, 0.56 milliseconds. So that's what I beat Nancy Drew the Deadly Device in. So that's quite an improvement over my previous one, which is 59 minutes and 57 seconds. You'll notice I cut over 4 minutes of material out. So there will be an update as to that on my blog, probably around November 2nd. That's when the official judging crew for the speedrun shows up. Does Nancy Drew have a game in Kentucky? Nope, she does not. Nancy has never gone to Kentucky. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions. Let me... hardest puzzle of all time, probably Fox and Geese. Everybody hates that puzzle because it's ridiculous and long and so randomized that you can't prepare for it. And hey, how's it going? Haunting a Castle Malloy, I loved Donal. He's my favorite part of the game. I want to do a speedrun for that game, but that sort of requires me remembering how to put everything back into place. So, yeah. My next project is the Nancy Drew. I actually finished my video walkthrough for Nancy Drew, this game, Labyrinth of Lies. So I finished my video walkthrough for this game. I'm going to put it up online, and then I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. If I'm going to play a game, because I've got a bunch of half projects running around, like, oh, I could do a speed run, and I could do more of these game reviews, and I could do more of these book reviews. The next book review is not within arm's reach, so I'm not actually going to show you the next book I'm going to be reviewing. Favorite Zelda game is probably Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. I do like the N64 games. I need to play Twilight Princess again, and I really do need to try the Wii game. Twilight Princess is probably good, but it's more of a dungeon crawler than a storyline-based game, and that's what I really loved most about Majora's Mask, was the storyline and the characters. So that's why I was a little disappointed with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, because they weren't really story-based. They were more, okay, go to the dungeon, then go to the next dungeon, then go to the next dungeon, and then that's it. Not a lot of fun other stuff. Okay, so I think that's it for everybody's questions. Thank you for my video, and I'll have it online. I'll try to get this up online in a day. I think probably I'm going to keep it online the way it is now without any editing, which means I'm going to have that Google Plus logo in there. But, you know, it seems like a fair trade-off, because if I tried a different video, all of these fantastic comments would be gone. Ooh, somebody wants me to ask my favorite character from each game. I'd have to go through the list of games and figure that out. But that's just seems like a fair question. What did I think of Sunny June before Shattered Medallion? I liked him. Sunny June's a nice guy. I like his character. I like him in the game. I think I like him more now that we've actually had him in the game. So favorite characters. Pink Hill. Probably I like the Hulk best. Stay tuned for Danger. I like Dwayne Powers best. Message in a Haunted Mansion, it's either Abby or Rose. It's going to be a tie for them. I didn't really like Louis Chandler or Charlie. Treasure in the Royal Tower has got to be Professor Hotchkiss or Dexter, or even Jock. Lisa didn't really like. Final scene, I've got to say, oh gosh, what's his name? Not Brady. Brady's a memorable character. I want to read that book too, and do a review for that. In the book, Bess, Nancy's friend Bess, is the one who gets kidnapped, not this Maya person. So the guy who says "fight the power" all the time, Nick Falcone. Secret of the Scarlet Hand, favorite character is gosh, they're so awful. I don't really like any of the characters in that game. Yeah, I'll just go with Taylor Sinclair. Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, again, a game not with a lot of characters. Let's go with Red Knot, just because he's the one I remember. Haunted Carousel, I really like Joy's backstory. I really like Joy and the way her character developed over the course of the game. That was good. Danger on Deception Island, I like Holt Scotto. Secret of Shadow Ranch, Shorty. Let's go with Shorty. I don't like the other cowboys. Curse of Blackmore Manor, I like Jane. I like Jane, Linda. I like them all except Ethel, who's creepy. She's creepy and weird. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, I love the Hardy Boys. I love Tino, and I love I love Tino and Tino's relationship with what's-her-face, the other girl. Lori, I think. So Danger by Design, let's go with Minette. She's the one I remember. The other characters are all sort of inconsequential. Creature of Kapu Cave, I like the angry guy and how he shouted all the time, but not very interesting. Quigley Kim was quirky, but there wasn't much about her that I liked. White Wolf of Icicle Creek, I really liked the one girl who's in it for like 3 minutes, Guadalupe. So, yeah, Legend of Crystal Skull. Henry's an interesting character. Phantom of Venice. Colin was a boring character because he made you watch all those slides. I would go with Enrico, the guy who made you play Scopa all the time. Actually, Samantha Quick was very interesting, too. Haunting of Castle Malloy, I liked it all. Ransom of the Seven Chips, I like Bess and George, but they're like the only characters in that game. Warnings at Waverly Academy, I really liked Rachel and how her storyline, went down. I really liked also Mel Corbliss. Trill of the Twister, Frosty's probably the funniest character, but the female character is pretty bland in that game. Paul was sort of not related to the storyline, and Scott was the angry guy. Scott was probably the best out of the characters. Shadow at the Water's Edge, let's go with Yumi. I like her. She's a fun character. Captive Curse, Anya is the one that sticks in my head. I don't really like Lucas. I also like the Burgermeister. I find him amusing. I didn't really like Renata. Alibi and Ashes, I really liked Brenda Carlton and Deirdre Shannon. They were my favorite. I liked seeing how they were done in, they appear in the books. I like seeing them in the games. I especially liked how Brenda Carlton was the culprit, because they couldn't do that in any of the books. They really couldn't do that because she has to appear in the next book, so she can't get caught and go to jail. So that's what I liked about it. There was Nancy Drew Girl Detective #2, I think, the biking one, A Race Against Time, where Deirdre is basically the culprit, and Nancy's just like, oh, I'm going to forgive her and completely ignore the fact she tried to kill me multiple times. Okay, so Tomb of the Lost Queen. Nobody likes Lily. Abdullah was a funny character. I'll go with Abdullah. Deadly Device. Mason is another one of those characters who's sort of below the radar that people like. I think I like Gray the most, just because he has the same name as me. Ghost of Thornton Hall. I liked Jessalyn, to be honest. Jessalyn was pretty interesting in that game. Silent Spy. Is it wrong to say I don't like any of the characters in Silent Spy? I like the story. I like how the story Shattered Medallion, I like Sunny as June, and I think I said earlier I like Gregor in this game, Labyrinth of Lies. Secret of the Old Clock, oh my, Secret of the Old Clock. With that game, I probably like, I like the Nancy's friend that she helps out. Emily. Emily. Okay, will I ever get back to Phoenix Wright number? I'll probably get back to those eventually. Thing is, not a lot of people watch those videos, so I feel like it's a lot of time without much payoff. Easiest puzzle, whatever that puzzle was that I solved without knowing it was a puzzle, that was the easy one. Apollo, Justice, and Athena, or Apollo and Juniper. The game clearly, the Phoenix Wright game clearly wants Apollo and Juniper Woods, but I read this really good story about Apollo, Justice, and Athena. Yeah. What kind of wedding dress am I going to wear? I'm not going to wear a wedding dress. I'm going to wear a tuxedo. I don't know. I feel like Apollo is kind of nerdy and doesn't really have shouldn't really have a girlfriend. People like the girl he was with in his game, or the girl with blue hair. I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like Apollo needs a girlfriend. He would need more character development in order for him to get to the point where I think, oh, he's interesting enough. I would be concerned about his romantic life, or I would be interested in it. Right now, I'm just sort of, oh, it's Apollo. People like Ryan from The Deadly Device. I'm not a big fan of Ryan. Was there ever a Nancy Drew game that made you rage quit? Plenty of them. Probably Fox and Geese is probably the best example in White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Probably the best example of something that made me rage quit. A lot of these games, when I'm doing a speed run or something and I make a mistake, there's something that'll make me rage quit. So, for example, with my Deadly Device speed run, the thing that made me go crazy was the aggravation game. That totally drove me crazy. Is it true that Ned and Bess date in the books? I've got these books. I haven't reviewed these, so don't look for reviews of these online. This is Nancy Drew on Campus, which is called the Nancy Drew Goes to College series. So, new lives, new loves. Here's Nancy, Bess, and George having fun. And then this is On Her Own, where Ned breaks up with Nancy. Nancy up. Read any of these. This looks like one where no, this, I don't know. Anyway, Bess and Ned start dating in this series after they broke up. Wow, this is crazy. So Nancy is a newspaper reporter in this game, or in this book. Hit television series. Ooh, okay, so everybody's buzzing about Casey Fontaine, the star of the TV series, which is enrolled in the campus. I played the Wii version of White Wolf of Icicle Creek. I played that on, I played that here on YouTube. I don't know if I could play it live. I actually don't know if I could play it live. If I could, I would try to do a face cam walkthrough for the Legend of Zelda game. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Go up, go down. No more questions. Okay, I've been talking for a while. I've been talking for at least several hours, but I'm going to end this here. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll be playing the Nancy Drew Ship of Shadows, or not Ship of Shadows, Sea of Darkness. I'll be playing that game when it comes out spring. I don't know if it's going to come out spring or if it's going to come out in May. Usually they have like a game that comes out in May and a game that comes out in October. They want to space it out 6 months, right? I don't know. I don't work for the company. I just play their games. Bye, everybody.